I'm Shane.
And I'm Bo.
We are Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back.
Episode 34. I almost
Did you
lost
almost
it.
fuck it up?
Yeah, dude. I told
Right
you.
at the last second.
I told you. We're no longer in the realm of
We're
we're far enough away from 30. 30 was
Yeah.
like a big number. 35's not. At least it's more. If you're gonna be something, give me evens or fives and zeros. Yeah. Those are the acceptable things.
goddamn odd numbers.
Right? They're the worst.
Prime numbers, bastards.
But yeah, so I definitely almost forgot. We're getting to where it's like not as memorable.
So
No, this is now memorable.
No,
I'm not
just the episode number.
Yeah, the
is
number
not memorable. Not the episode itself.
Don't misread what I'm telling you.
Don't skip us, please.
Yeah.
Stay. We're not done.
No, because we're about to have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
right?
huge fun.
So yeah, you guys already know there's no reason not to just say this. It's Gamera the Brave.
Gamera.
Now this we will stop to say this is one of the newer Gameras. I don't know if it's the newest. I didn't stop to look at that, but it's definitely way newer than anything I had ever seen.
Yeah, it's not from the
It was 60s.
ye olden days.
I think it was like the 60s is when most of the Gamera
Yeah, I think
movies
so.
were. There were a couple in the 70s, but it was mainly
Still
the
black and
60s.
white
Yeah.
and shit.
But yeah, so we did this again. Bo, go ahead and I guess before we get off on our tangent.
why we did this?
Yeah, go ahead and hit with what we're drinking.
Because we're drinking Sawstone Brewing Company's, our own personal hometown brewings, Kaiju beer. It's
Indeed.
so fucking perfect.
Kaiju being Japanese for
giant monster.
Giant monsters.
We all love a good Kaiju movie.
Yeah, so Godzilla.
Mothra.
Yeah,
Fucking-
well,
there's-
anything. That's the Toho.
Jet
no.
Jaguar, the big
Yeah,
dude.
remember
big
those
robot
were
dude.
those are like the Toho universe. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. But yeah, this being a different you mean like the so like Gamera didn't fight
different production company
Godzilla
and shit.
did it? I don't know if he ever
They
fought.
teamed up in a movie, I think.
Maybe, but you know what I mean, like, and so that would have been a big deal though, because it would have been more like, hey, these movie universes are teaming up,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, normally these they are like they're separate because Gamera is like Godzilla in that they are the hero, right? Like,
Yeah,
as much as you think Godzilla, he's destroying the city. Godzilla also was the thing protecting the city from the actual bad monsters, usually, right?
yeah, everything but like the very first movie. That's the only
Yeah,
one where
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like the full bad guy. And after that, they're like, yeah, but we like Godzilla, so we don't really want him to be the bad guy. But we're still gonna smash a bunch of shit cities and the obligatory, castle thing that they always
Every
break
time.
in every movie.
Yeah, so Gamera is again, they love a good amphibian
Yeah.
coming up from the waters, right? So Gamera is a sea turtle, giant sea turtle, that's from space. Unlike Godzilla, right? Godzilla is
Radiation's fault
powered.
or something.
I do believe Gamera is from space because the original flying was kind of like supposed to be like flying saucer
Yeah,
as
I
flying
think.
because they were like rockets, right?
Yeah, it's cool because
This
they had
one,
the little model and the little rockets would
Yeah.
shoot out of it and shit.
This one, and for this movie, which again, no spoilers here. I hope not. If I do, I'm sorry.
It's a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah, the Toto is our hero protagonist in this, not Gamera.
Yeah.
And Toto seems to just have weird magic propulsion flying.
Yeah, it's just kind of like hover.
Right? Like there's
Fucking stuff. It's not till the very end that
and
he gets
even then, the jet looked like it was magic. Right? It had the same effect, but just like concentrated.
It's just because the CGI and they didn't use like an actual practical effect.
I don't know what they were trying to imply. I'm not going to try to
because in the old movies they just like hooked model rocket engines up to the
and
model
you could see
and
them,
then like
so
let
it
it
definitely
just fucking
just
spin.
Yeah, it spins
and
exactly.
it's awesome.
It reminded me of that type of firework, right?
Yeah.
The type that, yeah. Penrose.
Yeah, and it'd just go flying up under somebody's fucking car and you'd panic.
I grew up Gamera. Well, me and Bo watched a lot of monster movies growing up. it was just something that kind of happened.
Yeah, they were on
lined
TV.
up right for family functions.
Right, they were like on TV all the time during like holidays and shit. Like Thanksgiving, they do Godzilla-thon.
We seen a lot of them, and this being Gamera being one that was on like Sci-Fi Channel a bunch way back in the day, like when it first
Mystery
started.
Science Theater did like all of them. That's how I saw a lot.
And
of
I
them.
love Gamera because Gamera was so much more fun, right? Like,
yeah, because
lighthearted.
Yeah, it's like the kids love Gamera.
He's the friend of all
children.
That's his like
his
when
whole
you
thing.
if you go Google Gamera,
There's
I promise
a song.
you one of the first things you see is Gamera, friend of all children, because that's who he is. And normally in the old movies, it was always a different little kid, but they were like, like how in Power Rangers, sometimes they're standing on top of the Zords.
Yeah.
That because
like
this is what
that,
Godzilla
yeah.
didn't have, right? Like Godzilla was usually just a monster.
Yeah, he didn't have like the boy companion with him.
Gamera usually had a little boy that was like on his shoulder or his
like
head,
carrying him around. It's
like
usually some little fat kid too. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I always adored Gamera movies because it's like I could be a kid that's got a monster
kid that has
friend.
a giant cool monster turtle friend.
I love again like loving the Iron Giant, right? Like it's the same kind of thing. It's like oh, I get to be like that could be
I'm
me,
special,
right? And I got this giant thing that's
I can turn him on my bullies.
But no, so
Gamera probably wouldn't do that. Godzilla totally would though.
Well, I don't know. Gamera might.
I mean, if they were mean enough to you,
yeah,
he probably would. Yeah,
if they started to destroy the city. You best believe Gamera's gonna.
Oh no, my bully fell into a vat of radioactive acid. Now he's a giant kaiju monster. Gamera, hell.
Say this like that wouldn't be the plot to a movie.
It's exactly the plot of one of them. It has to be. How did Jet Jaguar get started?
So yeah, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. God bless Sawstone for having the kaiju for us to get here.
So perfect.
I love a monster movie.
And we didn't, because do you know the mental gymnastics we would have had to have done with to get to a fucking monster movie like this?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing.
20 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Well, and again, like a lot of the more modern like monster movie. Again, like we've already mentioned, Cloverfield is like it's a monster movie, right? But we'll find another goddamn Clove or something. We'll do the same one again if we have to,
but
right? But
specifically this
gives us the gateway into our type of monster movie, what we grew up with type of monster movie. And then we did this one because we were like, okay, well, it's modern. Neither one of us have seen it. Lord knows we don't get to do that very often. So it's like, sweet, let's do this movie neither one of us have seen and have a blast because it is still the same. It's still what we want. It's still practical
effect. Exactly what I wanted. I was worried because I was like, man, 2006, it's going to be...
Now, don't get me wrong. Before we get into the movie, I'll go ahead and make this statement. It is over halfway through the movie before you get... Like, there's a brief thing in the very beginning.
Yeah, very beginning. The start of this movie is so dope. We'll get to it.
But then it's not a monster movie for
45 minutes.
It takes a while to get there again. Now, that being said...
I didn't care.
This movie is so enjoyable.
It was so fucking
it's cute and like
fun.
Makes you feel like a kid.
And
after coming off of, again, like we said, we don't have the nostalgia connection to this movie, but after coming off of a movie we watched when we were kids, this is like their friendship in this is better than the friendship that we just seen.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree?
Oh yeah, totally. The fucking Toru's boys basically help him hide a body at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Way better.
like George and whatever his fucking name aren't helping dude hide anything.
They're not helping Henry
No, it's like, dude, it's too late. Don't bother me right now. Clark.
George, Clark, and Henry. Remember we said this. The most grandparent of grandparent names ever.
Should have had Rogers in there instead of George Rogers Clark.
Yeah, so again, this movie was so much... Coming off of that one, it was like, I feel the vibe.
Yeah.
Fucking hard right now. Like I'm in the right mental space still to be coming to this movie with these kids having a great time.
More
together.
Fucking summer shenanigans of kids.
Well, no, it's the real summer shenanigans.
Yeah,
remember,
like
Rookie of the Year didn't have a summer. They told us it was summer,
and then he kept going to school.
But this is summer shenanigans.
Yeah, totally.
These kids are not going to school.
No.
So this was, again, it was so much fun. I had a lot of fun with
I
it.
did.
More fun than I expected.
You do know
when
it
first started and we weren't getting monster right away. I almost was like, I'm gonna message Bo and be like, we're
going to change it as soon as the beginning Sting fucking thing. I was just like,
what
the fuck?
Well, because then it takes a while,
and then it does. It takes like a good another like 15 minutes,
and it starts off. We'll get there. It starts off depressing.
It fucking does.
Okay, let's stop.
The people who did this movie. That's the part we need.
So this is so depending on what you're looking at, you're going to see a different date. But we'll go with the American. You have 2 release dates. So this is going to be the Japanese release date, 2005.
Yeah.
The American release date, 2006. This is a movie that was done. Again, this is well after, and it even sets it up in story, right? Like,
that's like
in
30
in the
years
real
later,
world and in story world.
The
well
last
after the last
movie
time
was
there was
like
a
in the
Gamera.
80s or 70s or something.
So the whole idea here is just that that we're coming back to a world where there's been no Gamera, and now there is hope of a new generation.
Yeah. The continuation of the adventures of the giant space turtle.
Now, this is going to be even less mean than we meant to be when we did Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer. Because, again, at least it's a big movie and big director.
Yeah.
And he's the guy people know. And, okay.
Yeah.
We're good now, right? We
understand
understand what I'm saying. I don't know how well any of these people are known. I don't know if this was a big Japanese movie, a small Japanese movie. I don't know any of the. I didn't look up any of the stuff.
If you're from Japan, let us know. Tell us if this was a
I
hit.
can at least say that most of the cast have no picture whatsoever on IMDb.
But
with this being a foreign picture, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just.
I don't know.
We don't have those pictures, but it's the internet. I don't know.
But so I didn't do a lot.
They
but
all
again,
just did this movie.
You guys know that we still at least want to try and give credit. I also don't want to. I don't want to annihilate names.
We're gonna butcher these,
and I'm not trying.
Like I watch anime and I still can't pronounce half of these.
So we have our director is Ryuta Tasaki. Our writer is Yukari Tatsui.
It's as good a pronunciation as any.
And again, I didn't look up extra stuff. This is a monster movie.
Yeah.
If they did other monster movies, I don't think we're all shocked.
No, they did great.
Yeah.
I hope we find more of their other monster movies.
And I know, again, I'll look up more for me and you. And that'll be a fun thing for us to call back later to be like, wow, that was awesome. I didn't want to look it up now because it might influence us to try to find his movie. I want it to be a surprise if we find a movie where they're
that'd be
right?
better,
that'd be
so
fun.
we can live react to it here.
Be like, yeah, I can
guys,
see, I feel the connection,
right?
I see
you guys
how
are finding out right at the same time I am.
Because again, with an American named director, it's harder for us to do that. We just see the name and instantly are like, I know 18 movies that guy's done.
Oh yeah, that guy. You're kind of a
This
dick.
is the few times where we might be able to do this to ourselves, like surprise ourselves. Let's
let it happen. Gamera guy.
Let's let it happen.
Yeah.
Right? Let's let it happen naturally, I feel. But so our cast, much the same way. This is not meant to be insulting. This is 100% because, again, if I don't see a picture,
I have to assume that you've not done anything
and I'm
else.
probably not doing further research.
Yeah.
Right?
That's fair. That's more than fair.
So, our main 4, like we already said, this is a kid's...
Yeah, it's a kid's movie.
It's a kid's adventure movie. It's a kid's, summer
Yeah,
movie.
because there's like, the adults are kind of stupid
and not
and
big,
never
not
around.
Much. So our 4 main children, no pictures. So I will tell you their names and the charactens
and move on.
And that's it. So we have Toru, who is our main character, is played by Ryo Tomioka. I'm gonna leave it there.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Just apologize to all the Japanese listeners.
Mai, who is like the Toru's love interest / neighbor / friends. Well, hidden friend. It seems.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
It didn't seem like he told his other dudes about her.
Yeah, but I don't even know I don't know if it's because he didn't want to, or
And
because she was like I feel like she was the one that was like, "Don't tell your friend." You know what I mean? She seems that kind of girl. Like she's kind of domineering.
2-3 years older than him too.
She seems. Well, I don't know if she's supposed to be, or if it's just because
she's really tall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, she's almost as tall as her dad.
She is a giant, dude. If they're supposed to,
if they're all the same age,
Jesus, crazy, dude.
She grew up to be 7 feet tall.
But so Mai is played by Kaho. No last name.
Really?
Just Kaho.
Nice.
Like Madonna.
She's like Prince.
Or Madonna. Let's go with the other female that does
Cher.
There you go.
There we go. There's another chick.
I'll agree with that.
I like Cher better anyway.
We have Toru's two friends, Ishimaru and Katsuya, played by respectively. So Ishimaru is Shingo Ishikawa and Katsuya is Shogo Narita.
Well done, lads.
Yeah, no, the friends are great.
They're all
dude.
great.
They're so fun. This is how bad it is. I can definitely tell you. So, what was that? Mai's dad is Susumu Terajima is who plays Mai's dad, and then we have Kanji Suda who plays Toru's dad.
That's a gimmick name. Kanji, come on. That's a gimmick name.
Those two and our counselor of
I forgot because he's only in like 3 scenes. I forgot this
the guy who's the counselor of
the government,
not the original Monster Brigade or whatever
the fuck,
but the thing that was replacing the Monster Brigade, the
Council of Giant Monsters.
Yeah, that guy.
That's a stupid name.
That guy they're the only people who have pictures.
So he's been in other shit.
And the two dads. Those are the only 3 people who have
so those kids who did this movie and was like, fuck
they
acting.
Carried it.
Acting is stupid.
Well, they
did so good though.
And so I just don't know. Before we get into the movie though, much like the cast, we should talk about our monsters.
Yes, the guys in the suits.
So, I don't even. This doesn't tell me that.
Oh, does it not?
Give me a second. I bet you they're not listed in top cast.
Oh, well, that's bullshit. They're like the whole point of the movie, especially Gamera or Toto. Both, actually. Really? That is bullshit.
I can tell you with 100% certainty who the girl carrying the red stone at the end is.
The fuck?
Before I can tell you, as an American looking. I'm sure if we were looking, we knew where to look, we could find this easy. But IMDb does not have any of the people in suits names.
That is absolutely disgraceful. I'm mad now. Boo. Boo, IMDb.
And again, you guys know we're already recording, so I'm not going to take the time to find this for us.
Yeah, so, I mean, but...
if it was here because I had this backed up for us ready...
I'll be quietly mad about it the entire episode.
But yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Well, you guys, if you randomly, magically see this... You did fucking great, and that's bullshit.
But I was just meaning that, much like characters in the movie and us telling you the actor, we should at least just tell you the monsters. Because, again, this movie has multiple, and we need to make sure we make that clear.
Yeah, there's at least 4 altogether.
Yes, there are 4. There are more than 4 monsters. There are only 4 names for said monsters. Yeah. And now we can get into why that is.
We got Gamera.
And Gios.
Who
this is how
shout out to the
flashback that we start with. It's the director, I do believe, or maybe the writer, one of the two. They had originally seen that as a child, and it's what made them know they wanted to be in this world of monster movies.
So of course you're going to be like, well, I'm putting it in my fucking movie.
So Gyoso is the thing that we were saying. There are 4 names, more than 4 monsters, because Gios is the name for
the little
a plethora. There are like 3 or 4 of these.
Yeah, they're just fluttering around poor Gamera in the beginning of the movie.
So there are like 7 monsters, but only
4 names.
4 names. Like Gios is the pluralized name of multiple bird monster things here.
And then we've got Toto,
which is
the
child
successor of
yeah,
Gamera.
I don't want to say son. I saw you wanting to go there.
Yeah.
The movie does a very good job to constantly point out that we don't know if Gamera is male or female, and we don't know if Toto is.
Yeah,
and I feel like we should keep it that way.
It's hard to tell with turtles anyway.
So we'll keep it that way.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
They are them.
They
Both
are
of them.
they are giant space turtles. And they're so
giant magic space
space turtles. From Fairy Tale Land.
And then, of course, we can round it out with Zeus, our
giant dragon
dinosaur.
Yeah, he's like
lizard.
What's your favorite fucking dinosaur monster that we can kind of glue onto Godzilla a little bit?
Purple dick tongue. I'm not gonna say that any other time. We get one. Me and Bo always give ourselves one time of being super vulgar about the things in the movie. But this is
I'm not gonna lie, I paused
it's
it.
a very phallic.
I paused it and laughed for 10 minutes the first time I saw it. I was like, it's a big, giant, veiny dick
phallus.
tongue.
We had our one time, man. We had our one time. Now we gotta be
penis, penis, penis.
Vagina. No, this
right,
no, this 100%. This is a very, very phallic tongue.
Yeah, but it's like
for no reason,
and it just shoots through fucking
dude. The
everything.
first time it happened, I was like, "What just happened?
Fuck was that?"
Yeah, Zeus is a very interesting bad guy. That's for sure. We'll get into more when we see him because I want to save some of the fun of like the dumb things that he does.
And we got a little while because it's like we said, first 45 minutes of this movie is not much of a monster movie.
No, and it kind of moves pretty quick.
It does.
Since it's not a monster movie. It's kind of just fun.
The beginning,
just fun.
The beginning is full monster movie.
So yeah, we'll kick this off. It opens to flashback. Like I mean, it's not even like you open to somewhere and then we get the flashback. It is just full on, and it's dope. It sets up a Gamera that I now want the full
that movie of that.
Because
yes,
that Gamera looks
so dope.
The teeth horns
coming
are
up,
so
being
vicious looking,
so fucking mean, and the eyes were all like
thing.
red and bloodshot. Oh,
full fire breath going on.
Yeah,
and stuff.
This is the hardened battle veteran fucking Gamera, right?
Well, because it would be again, this takes place in 73.
Yeah, this
is
would
when
be like the last
flashback
one. Yeah.
So this is like this is all of the other Gamera battles were in the 60s, dude. Like most of those.
So
movies,
he's already fought all the fights, and
this is his
final sacrifice. The Gauss, they're swarming him, they're pecking his fucking neck, and he kind of looks over at the people. The village is all burning.
And we keep seeing this little kid.
Yeah, he keeps staring. And he like looking, and then his eyes go all red, and he glows, and then boom, and creates a whole island, which I liked later when it fades from the kid staring at the explosion to the kid as an adult now just staring and remembering fucking Gamera exploding.
Yeah, it was the flashback was just so much fun.
Yeah, it was super.
Dude.
I want that movie now.
Yeah, 100%.
Just the whole. I want that kid. So. Mr. Asua or whatever his name is in this movie.
What?
The dad.
Yeah.
Whatever their last name is, because I don't think they give him a first name, do they?
Yeah, no, they do on IMDb. I can tell you his first name, but in the movie, well, it's again, dude. It's not that they don't. It's that it's that our ear doesn't hear it as a name versus the words, and that's not. I'm not trying to be offended. That's just
we watched this in Japanese.
Yeah, so I mean,
read the subtitles.
So when we did the full thing, yeah. So you're just being too much. Why don't we just say Toru's dad?
Dad.
That's my point. Like
that's fine.
That keeps it easy for even the listeners. Like they can easily track Toru's dad.
I'm trying to fuck with them. I want to make it hard.
No, we want to make sure. The idea here is that they can follow us. They do know what we're talking about.
Not supposed to be an asshole today. Got it.
Or ever, Bo.
Oh my God. It's so much more fun, though.
No, usually you do really good. You're not usually trying
to... I'm reformed. I'm a reformed dickhead.
Well,
trying desperately not to be one.
Don't bring it back for this. We're trying to do this right. But yeah, Toru's dad. We'll just stick with Toru's dad. But he does have a name, just so that way you know for your own records. He does have a first name. But Toru's dad, because again, I don't even think if you start using the last name, I don't think most people are gonna even track that from the story. You get what I'm saying? Like, so calling him Mr. Whatever, they're still gonna be like, is he talking about the teacher?
Mr. Toru's dad.
Well, no, because you were trying to use their last name, and I was like, I don't think anybody would even. I don't know what Toru.
I don't know what I was like.
I don't know if that's the last name.
The name and the subtitles popped up in my head, and I was like, why am I trying to pronounce that right now? Why?
And then you tried to double down. Then you tried to double down and make us feel bad about it. Bro. Look at that. He felt pinned in the corner, and he had to lash out.
I did. I was backed up.
All right.
My fight or flight took over, and it's heavily geared toward fight.
Yeah, the flashback was Toru's dad, and again, it sets up a few things that the movie never talks about again. But I feel like we just get this. So, like we've already said, Gamera is the friend of all children. And usually has a very
like a young child companion.
Thing,
yeah,
right?
They're
Japanese
psychically
destiny.
connected sometimes.
I feel like that's what
was supposed to be him.
It was maybe the next one, right?
Yeah,
like he was the next.
But
kid.
Gamera died,
right?
That's how I felt.
Well, not even just
they have that whole like moment of staring and shit, and it's still bothering him 30 years later.
Well, we can't even just say died, dude. We gotta address sacrifice, because that's why the movie is Gamera the Brave. It literally is. It's because what we see here. Because, like we've already said, the monster we see later the movie fucks it up at the end. But the monster we see later is not Gamera. It's Toto.
It's Toto.
It's Gamera Jr.
Yeah,
if you want.
That works.
But it is not Gamera, right? So the title,
it's Gamera, like Piccolo. He managed to shoot an egg at the very last second.
Save himself.
But
so again, Gamera the Brave is in reference to this Gamera.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he
there's no braver action.
Yeah, no, right? He died to destroy all those other monsters.
The bravest person we know is the guy,
this small fishing village can keep
He jumped on the grenade.
Yeah, that's totally what he did.
You know, like that's the bravest thing you can think of. The guy, and that's what he did. He was like,
got Steve Rogers the job, man.
So yeah, I feel like the movie never brings it up again, but I feel like there is a very slight insinuation.
That's what I felt too, because they have that whole like he's like staring like no, I don't feel like this is what's supposed to happen, and then Gamera like kind of looks over at the kid and then blows up.
Red chest.
Yeah, full fucking nuke, big mushroom cloud, blows the island in half.
But yeah, so like you said though, once it's finished, it's 2006. We're present day for the movie.
Yeah, for them. We're not gonna
don't.
Not even to think about it.
So yeah, we see it's the cemetery. Dad's looking out across the ocean, sobbing almost.
Yeah, just
he's not. There's no tears. But
yeah, he's hard Japanese man crying.
He is PTSD disassociating from life.
Yeah, your average Japanese man.
His kid fucking snaps him out of it. Like,
hey,
Dad,
we got shit to do.
Remember, we didn't come here for your goddamn fucking mom died.
It was just a fucking turtle, Dad. We gotta go deal with Mom's bones right now.
And again, you guys might think that we're coming at it harshly. Fuck
no, you know this kid.
Yeah, Toru is you feel bad for him because life has shit on him,
right?
And he is angry and upset about it,
and fucking just bitter.
Now, Bo showed me that there was an English dub of this, and again, that's not what I want to make clear.
Yeah, no, that's not what
for our notes and everything. We did it right. We watched the real version of the movie. But I figured, hey, for last watch through one more time, I'll watch this one. I feel like, did a disservice to Toru.
They really did, because in the English dub, they make him all sad and
depressed. And I'm not saying that a kid wouldn't be sad.
That's not at all how he played it in the Japanese
version. No, he was upset.
He was just like literally angry and bitter about it.
His dad's talking to him, and he's like, "It's okay though, your mom's in heaven." And literally in the Japanese version, he like snaps at his dad, like, "Fuck you! I don't want to hear you talk about that.
I don't want to hear it." His dad's like, "What do you mean you don't want to hear it?" They're like, "Just nothing.
That's not who she is. She's dead. in the ground.
Right?
Boom.
With his monologue is like, she's not in heaven. She got killed in a car accident. She's ashes underneath this tomb.
The English dub is so subdued.
Yeah,
and like about to
and it
cry.
makes it. Yeah, it's like it makes it super.
And
sad.
I was like, that's not how they played it.
No.
That's not, or at least that's not how I read it. That's not how it felt.
No,
to
it's
me.
not how it fucking. Dude, the kid's delivery made it just like, shut up, Dad. I don't want to fucking hear that right now.
So again,
You know full damn well she's just in a box right here.
so officially, I can say right now, I don't care about any other scenes. You want to watch the original?
Yeah, watch it in the
Read
Japanese.
it, deal with it.
Yeah, deal
if you
with
don't
it.
like it, deal with it.
I don't like
know
it,
what to
but
tell you.
I don't like subtitled.
The
Japanese
delivery
stuff.
made a difference.
Yeah.
in everything for the way this.
Yeah, because I watched
starts.
the whole thing in
Yeah.
the English dub, and I was like, man, I like the Japanese one better.
It is better. Dude.
The
It is.
English one kept adding weird ass fucking sound effects,
ADR sound?
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, you don't need to do that.
We won't address that anymore.
Yeah.
We're
So
done.
we're
But
full,
so that way,
full Japanese
since
subtitles.
We're at the
from now
beginning
on.
right now, so that way you understand. We did watch both, so that way if you're thinking of watching one, our
watch-
full
yeah.
whole heart is in telling you watch the real.
Yeah,
one.
watch the Japanese version.
Don't watch the dub. They did a good job making sure
Yeah,
you
there's nothing wrong with the dialogue's basically the
Yeah.
same. It's just they deliver lines.
they gave it
way.
the wrong emotion.
There's
Right? It gets the wrong weight.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
and
they
the
like to say
sound
in
effects
movies?
in scenes made it feel too
Cartoony,
cartoony and
yeah.
shit. So yeah, just watch the Japanese version.
Yeah. So at this point, though, we see the end of our little cemetery scene. Right? They talk about dad.
This is
They talk
the-
about mom, and then he
The
has
first summer without her, and then the fucking
Then the
happy,
music-
the happy summer music
Well,
starts.
because like we said, this is like a kid's summer movie, and the
but
vibe.
we just had the.
I
Fucking,
know, but the vibe for the
I know, but like it didn't. The transition was so 180.
because then we just get this like fun like let's pan across the city. Yeah,
Got
yeah.
like those nice shots of the ocean, the
This
birds.
is
and
how you
stuff.
get your
It's like
credits,
almost like
yeah.
best summer ever,
Your
right?
intro credit scene.
The first summer without my mom. It's gonna be great.
Hey, make the best
Well, I
of
mean,
a bad
it
situation,
It
bro.
kind of is, though, if you think
Well,
about
no,
it.
it totally ends up being. But isn't that the point of most of these type
Yeah,
of
it's
movies?
true.
Like mom just died, but that ended up being the summer I met my best friend ever. And it's
Dad
the same-
lost his job and we had to move to a new town,
Right,
but
it's-
then I met the
it's
best
not-
group of guys.
It's not Toru's fault
Yeah.
that his new best friend ever is a
the
giant
world's cutest
magic
fucking
space
turtle.
Yeah. So again, it is just what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, though, we see Is this where we get them fighting?
On the beach.
Yeah. Right. Is that what happens?
No, the dad's in the diner at first.
Okay.
And he's got it's just so we can have the news
Yeah, that's right.
telling us
yeah.
that the boat's missing because there might be a new monster. But just like one thing I really want to point out from this scene, Dad has mad walk skills. Did you see this dude rocking that fucking walk?
Oh no, wait. I know what we did forget we did forget one important thing.
What did we forget?
He already seen the red flashing on
that's
the
right.
island.
Because they're walking back home, I
He
guess.
he didn't want to tell his dad though. That
Yeah.
again, it's important because he was like, "Well, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's for me.
Yeah,
fuck
that's
everybody else.
special.
I'm not even telling dad. That's a for me type thing, right?
It's off on the island where Gamera
There's a
blew
red
up.
flash. Okay, I know I said, and unlike with the baseball where we kept going off track and I kept saying we're gonna stop doing that. This time I'm serious, but I do have to point this out because it was the worst sound effect that got added for the English dub. The ting sound.
Oh my god! Like they hit like a fucking wind chime or something.
Why?
I
don't even-
because it sparkled.
The Japanese dub didn't even have.
No, it was just a fucking
Yeah, dude. No, here we have like this hard sound
hard
effect.
ting. So don't listen to that with headphones on.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. No more after this.
Yeah.
That one had to be called
We're gonna
out
do
because
it
it was
There's
abrupt
probably
and
a
it
couple
hurt. It
more.
hurt me. It hurt me to hear that sound effect. Can't. It's why I remembered that we skipped it because I was like, oh, we just skipped over that
That
fucking
fucking weird ping.
bing.
It's like a radar ping, like in a submarine. Bing.
But yeah. So after that though, that we see them go home together, and then it's Dad because Dad said, "Got it. He's working again."
Yeah, because he took time off for mourning, I guess. But he's full.
Well, he couldn't handle working there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to either. Full restaurant though. As soon as he opens back up, and the dudes at the table like, man, I didn't know where to eat while you were gone.
I was real worried about it.
And he's just like, man, just for that extra large portion. I'm just like,
really gonna take care of my customers.
Make sure
you
your
guys
ass comes back.
Great.
Have another beer, buddy.
But on the TV, we start to hear the news of a barely important, barely referred to again.
Yeah, just the boat's missing. Like they haven't found any wreckage or anything.
We see cuts to it a few times.
Yeah,
but that's it. Well, and you're also forgetting, before we see the boat, we hear the news where it's just telling us that the Giant Monster Council is
got
closing,
disbanded. Yeah,
but not closing because they're just being now run by this other organization.
They just renamed it. They cut the funding, renamed it, moved the personnel off-site. Government
that's just
shit.
It. Like, they don't even explain it
enough
they
really
to know why we should care. It's definitely there to be like foreshadowing, and I'm just like, I guess I'm too dumb because I don't get it.
I don't either.
It never feels like they
watched
go full
this movie
circle
3
back
times
to
in 2 different languages. It still didn't really make any sense.
But they definitely want you to know that. They definitely make sure that you're like, oh,
yeah,
this organization is shutting down.
Yep, it's gone. It's not getting paid anymore.
But yeah, then it is the mysterious, and the patrons of the restaurant seem to care a lot more about the mysterious vanishing boat than the shutting down of the. Nobody stopped their conversation when the Monster Council.
Yeah, no,
was
but
on
as soon as the
TV.
boat, you're like, that's another one, isn't it? Didn't they lose another one or whatever the fuck they were talking about?
Maybe the implication is that there's not been a monster attack since Gamera
died.
in 73.
So like missing boats is a new thing.
Well, no, not the boat. The monster. The reason nobody reacted is because they're like, it makes sense that we would shut that down. There's not been a monster sighting for 33 years. Why have we wasted so much government money for 30 years?
I'm tired of paying my taxes on that shit.
Maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Which is also then maybe why all the people were instantly worried, because they're like, oh, it's shutting down. But now it seems like the time we need it the most.
How did the boat go missing exactly? Like, did it just sink or did it sink?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Oh, God.
Yeah, at this point, though, we know that there is something afoul in the water. The movie will make constant...
Yep.
Again, barely even... if you're not paying attention...
we can go ahead and cover all. There's only like 2 of them. There's like the one where they're like, we found some life jackets.
Well, and you could blink and
then
miss
the dude who's like in an inner tube, and then he just like sinks under the water and is gone. That's it.
You could blink and miss them.
Yeah,
They're
if you're not paying attention.
Scenes. They don't ever really fully explain anything.
What's happening?
We don't see monster come from water. We just have to know that that's what happened, right? Like,
it's very subtle.
A
little too subtle.
Too subtle, I might think.
Maybe show me another boat getting attacked.
Something.
Don't show me the monster, just like the boat getting attacked.
You gotta give me something, but no, not
just random Japanese guy in an inner tube.
We all know,
and then he just sinks under the water. I'm like, well, he could have just drowned.
But yeah, like we all know, even from the very beginning, new giant monster is afoot,
and the government's
foul.
And immediately we're like, well, the government's stupid. They shouldn't have got rid of the fucking council thing.
Right. They got rid of it at the absolute worst fucking time.
Exactly.
This is where we get the beach that I almost jumped to way too early.
This weird game.
No, listen, this was the part where I kept trying to put my American sensibilities onto this movie. I kept seeing him interact with his friends, and I kept thinking that Ishii was going to be a dickhead.
Yeah.
I thought he was a bully.
Yeah, he's going to bully him.
Like a bully friend. Like you see in some movies where the guy's like, I'm your friend, but I'm going to say the dickish most.
Like, I'm your friend, but I'm going to be very mean to you.
And that's what I kept waiting for. And it never was. I kept waiting for that shoe to drop.
Happened.
That shoe never dropped. And I'm glad. Don't be wrong, guys. I'm not trying, but I want you to know,
American
Americans
Hollywood
have fucked this shit up.
Yeah, like
because I really did keep thinking
dude,
that's
like,
what was going to happen.
Every Hollywood movie would have had it that way, especially the after he finds Toto later. That one scene in the skate park.
My trust wasn't even okay with it until like literally the world was falling apart,
right?
And then I was like, no, he's a fish. I know now it's not happening.
Ishii's not a good guy until he's running up with the stone at the end of the movie,
almost,
right? Like, okay, there you go, you're fine.
But so yeah, I just need to make sure people know that don't take your preconceived notion into this. America has done us dirty, guys. Like Hollywood has done us dirty.
It's his face. This is a mean face.
But yeah,
mean-faced little kid.
But yeah, it's not that. They're just friends. They're really good friends. And again, they're playing in the water. They're goofing off. I guess the scene was also to help us know that Toru and his dad are really, really poor, right? Because like Ishii and Katsu both have
like swimsuits,
swim trunks. Yeah,
Toru's just out there in his regular clothes.
Toru even says it, guys.
I don't have any other clothes.
Don't get me wet, you fucktards.
And then they try and like rip his fucking shit. Like, come on, take it off. Oh,
just have your mom wash it for you.
Oh,
again, I mean, felt like what I thought was
being
happening.
An asshole,
but he wasn't.
No, it's just it's too
recent.
Yeah, it's been only like 6 months since she died or something.
He's immediately like, I'm so sorry, Toru, don't.
And
Toru actually is kind of the dickhead for a minute.
A little bit.
Because Toru goes, fuck you, I'm out. I can't believe
here.
You.
I thought he punched him the first time I watched it.
Then he turns around and he's like, you thought I was being for real. And then that was the moment where I was like, oh, I was wrong about all of this.
Yeah,
these guys are really because they buddy back up.
Yeah, and they immediately go back to
everything's fine.
Strip each other's clothes off.
I don't know, dude. I don't pretend to. I don't.
It's a game in Japan.
I'm not judging their traditions. Okay,
it's a traditional Japanese game. Strip your buddy.
But again, it also lets you know that he is a very good spirited kid. Right?
Yeah, like, he didn't hold it against.
He wasn't upset with his friend.
Yeah, he's like. He didn't mean it.
Yeah, he was like, I love you, dude.
Check my
We're
emotions.
good. Yeah, we're good. It's all good. Cut to Toru sitting in a restaurant, just daydreaming, looking at this little pig drawing.
I guess it's his mom
did him. Clearly, we know what it is after a moment. But in the beginning, when the daydream first starts,
because he's just kind of poking it.
And you're like, what's going on? And then he hears this dead mom's voice, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you start to piece it together with the flashback. You're like, oh, she drew this.
That's what it is.
Because dad was the cook.
She was the front of house.
Family owned.
Yeah.
All makes sense. All tracks.
I go to his restaurant, man. That food looked good. Whatever those noodles homie was fucking eating was.
Again, it was very cute, but it definitely lets you know, like, that's why they are like they probably were never rich, right?
Yeah.
But they're extra hard up for money now because as the cemetery scene let us know, because Dad said I just got back to work. If it's a family owned restaurant, and he's not worked. They have had no income.
Yeah. I like to think that Jewelry, his buddy next door,
I hope
Mai's dad was like helping him out.
I hope.
I like to think
they
that's
seem
like
they're pretty good friends, right? Speaking of Mai, because that's what we get to see here, is they live above their respective stores, right? And so like he goes upstairs, he's like getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden he hears someone coming home next door, and he's like, what?
It's Mai.
It's Mai. And he goes over. They have the weirdest friendship, dude. She's, again, like we've already hinted that she's kind of domineering.
Yeah.
But I mean, from the first things we see about her is she's like, oh, I've got this book, that you guys can't afford. Wouldn't you love to be able to read it?
It just came out. It's like, cool, give it to me. She's like,
call me lady first.
No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, if you're going to have an attitude. And she leaves. All right, Lady Mai, Princess Mai, please, can I read the book?
Right? Very.
It's a hard thing. Man, let the fucking kid read Sergeant Frog.
Well, and again,
ain't hurting nothing.
Don't know we don't know. I don't know if there's an age difference. I don't know if they're the same age. But this was the first time we see. I'm not shitting you. It took until the second time that they're in a scene together I actually realized she was that tall, because I thought it was just because they show there's a gap between.
Yeah,
the
and like he was. Just
I thought
lower
her
than
balcony was higher than his.
No,
hers is even like a blocked off balcony,
right?
So you couldn't even really see most of her. I swear to you, I thought she was just on a high balcony.
Yeah, no, she's just like a
they were
foot taller.
even balconies. They were level. You see later and you know.
Toru hasn't hit his growth spurt yet.
She's hit too many because she's taller than both of the friends.
She's she's taller than the mom.
Well, I guess
later.
it doesn't count to be taller than Katsu because he is younger. They definitely let us know later.
He's
they
definitely
imply
like
he's
younger
the like young friend. Yeah. But dude, Ishii, they're the same age. They're all and she towers over
all of them.
Everybody, dude.
She's the one that handles people when they go out and just the bullies. Like she's the one that beats them up because she's fucking giant.
Yeah, you can tell this is that thing where it's that cute though. Again, like we said, because this is a kids movie. Like say what you want, it's a monster movie, but it's a kids movie. It's a kids summer movie. This is he's got a crush on the neighbor girl.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if she likes him, even though to us as the viewer, we're like, obviously she fucking likes you, you fucking
She's
moron.
the one that came to talk to you about the thing that you like and was like, look, I went and bought this because I know you like it.
And I want you to read it so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I guarantee you she doesn't give a fuck about Sergeant
but she knows
Frog.
she can buy it and talk to you.
Exactly.
Again, as the viewer, we know this, right?
Or is that just our American shit?
No, that's definitely what's going on.
That's pretty universal.
Then we get a little bit more of the downstairs. What's happening still in the restaurant, right? Toru's dad's closing up. Mai's dad's downstairs. This conversation, they meant it to be friendly.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
Wasn't it?
Where he's like, oh, your wife, she really loved him, right? I know, she did. She misses you. She misses Toru. Not you guys miss her.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
And dude, like even Toru's dad was like, "What the fuck? What you say me?" I'm
gonna have to have you explain that to me again, motherfucker. What the hell?
I don't know if I like this, bud.
She can't miss shit. She's dead.
Mm-hmm. I felt again. We don't know culture.
We don't know for him to grab the bottle off the table and smack it up against his head.
We don't know culture. Maybe
you
that
motherfucker.
Maybe that's okay, but it felt not okay.
Mistranslation had to be.
Dad's face
from the actual Japanese
dad's
to the
face
English.
Even kind of looked like
the fuck.
For a second, I mean, it quickly went back, but for a second, he was like, "I don't know." This also though is when we find out
there's something wrong with Mai.
Mai is sick.
Yeah.
In the Japanese translated dub, you'll just know sick. They don't give implications further than sick.
It's like, how's Mai? Is like,
because they even just say,
good. We've got the appointment set for like next week or something.
And then it's a hospital stay. They don't even say surgery until way later. In the American one, you will hear heart surgery immediately. You will know that it's super serious.
So I did appreciate that in the
it's nice
English
because
dub. I was like, okay, yeah, they made that shit clear. It wasn't until I guess they wanted you to find out when
like the same way Toru
finds
did,
out.
I think
in
that
the movie,
which it did add some impact.
It did, but you know,
thankfully we did watch it the right way.
Yeah,
first.
But I did appreciate in the American version they were just like, yeah, she's probably gonna fucking die if we're not careful.
Yeah, and then that's how they close out into night.
Scene.
Everybody had fun. Day's over. I guess.
Yeah, sure.
It was a shitty day all around. Really. Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
Do you not like going and seeing your dead relatives? That doesn't hit high on your list of fun.
Well, and then start your first day of work at the place
where they're no longer there to help you.
Seeing their ghost walking around.
Yeah, great times.
Again, like we said, Toru, hard life. Poor kid.
Kid's gonna start drinking by 13.
Well, and it just like as if the big things being bad for him isn't bad enough. It's the little things. And that's what we see next. Like the next day starts off so fun. Yeah. You see this across the whole town. Communal swim lesson, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's on their way running, excited.
My favorite is the two little kids. They're like, how far can you swim? 3 meters? Oh my God.
You're like, man, that's nothing.
Like
that's like
the length of your body twice.
Right? Like, stop it, little kid. Stop it.
He was proud of himself.
He was. Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah.
You're just like, this is such a good time. Immediately though, we cut to Toru, and Toru's just like, fuck. Oh shit, I don't got my pass.
God damn it.
I can't go swimming without my pass.
how big is this town? How long you think it would have taken him to run back?
I don't think that long.
I don't
think he should have just
just
back.
like fuck, went back and got it.
Or is the implication that he lost it? He's like, I know I left the house with it.
Yeah.
It's on the ground somewhere.
Could have been because there was a lot of them. They just had it on like a lanyard.
Yeah. Well, that's why his should have been on a
Yep,
goddamn
that's right.
lanyard. That's the real
Don't
problem.
put it in those fucking flappy fucking plastic pants you were wearing.
He was stupid. So stupid. But so then he did think to himself he was going to go home. But right? Like that's what happens. He starts walking.
Yeah, he starts
home.
walking home.
But why he wasn't running home? You don't want to miss that fun free lesson.
Yeah, all the rest of my friends are going.
But yeah, so on the walk though, he starts to again in the Japanese one, he just sees it.
Yeah.
In the English dub one, he hears this from 17 miles away, and why nobody else does?
Because it's a radar ping. It's got that active sonar.
But he's like, "Oh shit, that's
to find the psychically linked child to help me defeat my enemies."
He sees this / hears this and is like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
I remember that. Fuck it.
I got nothing better.
I don't need no goddamn pass to swim.
There's gonna be so many kids there. They're not gonna know.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And then swims a quarter mile across this fucking cove
to this tiny island thing.
And then cliff climbs.
Well,
I mean, the fucking
look,
thing.
I'll give you the swim was intense. The climb wasn't that bad. It wasn't that.
I wouldn't have done it.
What? I would have. As an
8-year-old
dude, like you didn't climb Lakiji at 8.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
No, the one time we went to Carter Caves and I just, you know that one cave where it has like the rock slide coming into it? I climbed up the rock slide and went out the hole and I was like, oh, there's like a whole another thing. And I kept fucking going.
You see what I'm saying?
And then I got to the top and I turned around and I was like, oh, fuck, how do I get down?
So here's my point though. Now you're going to tell me you think that this was unbelievable that Toru just did
I was
that?
thinking like the almost 40-year-old that I... Yeah. I forgot about being a child. Excuse me. The world has been hard.
Once though he gets to the island and climbs the top and finds the red flash, I don't know about you, but for a split second, I thought he found a Dragon Ball.
I did too. I kind of wanted it to be a Dragon Ball.
And I did have to look this up because I'm not sciencey enough to know this. My preferred smart person field is mathematics and not science.
History.
So I didn't know that this is real. Some turtles have spherical eggs.
Holy shit.
That's not made up for the movie. Certain
I thought
types
they were like,
nope.
I like fish eggs will be round.
Snapping turtles.
Oh.
And sea turtles. Big sea turtles, which is what Gamera is supposed to be based on.
Oh. I just thought they wanted it to be a ball so it would sit on that little red stone because they had it kind of like dished out and stuff.
It's because it would be.
Nice. I like that.
But I did have to look it up because I was like, is that real? A little ball.
I just went bullshit and continued. I didn't bother looking it up.
Well, it's because I felt Dragon Ball about it. And
yeah.
I was like, are we supposed to feel Dragon Ball about it, or is that for realsies? Is it just coincidence?
They should have. They should have went full Dragon Ball. I want like
dude. You could have put star.
An orange crystal.
Even just leave it the way it was. But if you would have put a star on it, so that way when it flashed, you could see like the star flash through too. I'd have been like, fuck, I'm good, dude. We would have to name it differently,
a little homage, right?
It couldn't have been Toto. It would have been a different name, right?
Shinron.
All right, we gotta save that. We've got Dragon Ball movies we can do.
I have to point this out. Any name is better than the name from the original Gamera movie for the kid's little pet turtle, Tibby. You ever see that? He fucking has to give it away.
No,
you've never seen this?
Well, I have, but it's been ages.
Yeah, I had to. As soon as I watched this, I had to Mystery Science Theater because I was like, I remember these being on there. And I watched the original Gamera and stuff, and the kid in the movie has a little pet turtle that he's obsessed with, and his name is Tibby. And I'm like, that is the stupidest fucking name. And then Tom Servo sings a song about Tibby. Tibby, oh Tibby, you've gone away. It's a great episode.
Yeah, and so then the magical Dragon Ball sphere egg that we were again is real.
Yeah,
I found out
it's a real thing, which I love.
Hatches a turtle. Turtle.
It's so cute.
It's a turtle.
I love turtles so much.
Turtle.
I was so happy. This movie could have been the worst movie in the world. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm like, yay, baby turtle.
turtle was so fucking cute, dude.
It really was.
And
it's a real turtle.
From dude.
I want to
just like,
see the casting. I want to see the like hundreds of baby turtles that they looked at for the cutest fucking one they could find.
Well, and again, we see the belly. It flips itself over so you can see the belly. He's
cool
trying to be the cute little like a dog, or cat, like.
It makes the cute little noises.
But yeah, so that way
it's cute. All right, I'll get.
It lets us see the Gamera.
Yeah,
as the
striations, which they just.
It's got the weird red. I appreciate that, as adult Gamera, we saw it glowed red.
Yeah,
I appreciate that the baby Gamera, it wasn't glowing, but we could still see that it had the redness.
Yeah, the little
to
red
it.
lines
So that way
going through.
Like,
it's like
in case you guys don't get
glow.
it. Yeah, like they're like, in case you don't get it.
I will be pissed off if those don't glow at some point in this movie, right? And that's it. He has a new cute little turtle, so he goes home.
He goes home with it, and we cut to the dads.
Yeah, over
having
the
a conversation
shop.
again. This time at the jewelry shop instead of at the restaurant, setting up a little bit of backstory for us. I guess on both the red rock that he found this on, and these red things in general, right? Are they all connected?
Yeah, they all came from Gamera when he blew up.
When he blew up, did something to the regular pearl, right? So we can tell it left a mineral deposit of its own, right? Because that's what we were saying here, right? Like that left something in the water, and then that naturally got picked up on
by the clam.
Yeah, and it turned into the thing.
You know how pearls are fucking made.
But that being said, so again, the red pearls are all considered really lucky. So we know that since we're in this world, we know that most likely means they really are special.
They really are special.
There's something going on.
There's some magic.
But on top of that, it also lets us know that there's got to be something special about that rock that the egg was on.
Yeah, because they're the same shape.
The thing that was flashing to him. Well, it's not even that they're the same shape. Is that they're the same red, right?
Yeah.
They like the red rock he found.
The red rock is like
it looks just like this
giant version of the little pearls, except dished out.
We gotta say pearl because again,
it looks more like a snail's shell.
It looks like a snail shell. I think the reason he was drilling, I think the pearl is inside that shell.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
But yeah, because again, that's what we see during the scene. He's trying to drill the pearl out of the thing because he's going to put it on a pendant for Mai because it's good luck.
Good luck.
And this is apparently the last one he owned, right? Like,
it's the very last one.
Because that's used to be. That's the reason that apparently we can't see the name, and they don't even say it in the dubbed version. But obviously, the name is somehow connected to the red pearl because that's what Toru's dad says.
Yeah.
Well, that's why That's why this place is this place, because of that pearl.
It brought the economy back, or at least that's what my dad said.
Well, that was even after that. Like at first he was just like, I can't believe that you even thought about selling it. Remember, he was like, you were gonna sell it, and that's what this place is known for, specifically.
Yeah,
like
but
he was
your
talking about
biggest seller.
And it was like, what?
So he was the only one that found.
But see,
them?
that's not true
Did he
either.
have a
The
monopoly
story
on
immediately
them?
after that tells us that's not true. Yeah,
because the government apparently has a shit ton of
like I
them.
said, the conversation was kind of awkward.
That's what happened. The government just kept sending agents to this guy's shop and just slowly buying all of his fucking little pearls so they could use them.
Maybe he just never knew.
The government was trying to boost the economy at the same time. Win-win.
During this scene, Mai's dad. Again, we know that he's the dad after multiple viewings.
Yeah,
the first viewing, I thought it was Grandpa.
It had to be the lighting.
The color coding they did on the scene.
Because his hair's gray here.
It looks gray. I thought he was way older.
And then his
mom,
wife comes in, I guess.
But Mai's mom comes in, and again, you can clearly read the scene and know it's Mai's mom.
Immediately.
She doesn't feel like she's the wife
of
the guy.
Goes off like bitchy daughter on him. Like, I told you should sell it because she doesn't need any luck. She's going to be just fine.
It was so
silly
weird.
Old man.
But he is, again, he is the dad. The movie makes it a lot clearer later, but it was very awkward. The color shading, the whatever they decided to do here, because
whatever those lights were.
Point out, like later in the movie, his hair is not gray. It's solid
like
black. It's jet black. But right now, I swear,
he felt old. TVs. I guess I don't know.
He felt old.
Yeah.
He felt old.
I thought it
older
was,
than
I thought he was older than
wanted.
Toru's dad. Like he's like the wise elder on the street. His shop's been here longer than anybody's.
Yes, I mean, I'm telling you, I agree. I
Almost
agree
felt
100%.
almost felt like he was the guy who yelled in the beginning of the movie, like Gamera saved us when Toru's dad was a little kid. So he's like 20 years older. No, apparently they're the same age.
It was very awkward. Then we go back to Toru, slow cut into his room, showing off the rock. Again, this is that scene in the movie where they, in case you hadn't already thought to yourself, that pearl looked a little bit like that thing he found it on. Yeah. This is where the movie was like, please understand, we want you to understand. This rock looks like the pearl.
They even turn it over so you can see like every side of it. Like, see? It's the same.
They want you to, they hammer it into your head. Please understand, these are related. Please understand. They didn't want you to forget, right?
Dude, but like that one had like more round edges and the big one has like more square ones. So like totally different. It's crap. This movie's trash.
It was a lot of fun to see the way they tried to drive it home. Yeah, right. Like again,
it was like old 3D movies. Where just like throw it right at the camera at you.
It was like both subtle and ham-fisted all at the same time, right? Like they were just like they found the perfect balance.
Well, yeah, because it makes sense. Because what 8-year-old wouldn't be sitting in their fucking room just look at this cool fucking rock.
Oh no, it was good. Well, and then as he's doing that, we also get to see the beginning of the friendship start, right? Like this is him and little baby Gamera, because he's not named it yet, just like starting to interact. It's when the naming scene happens.
It's walking, but it's like walking in a crooked line. He's just like, well, you can't walk. Like, you can't just go toot, 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 toot. I'm gonna call you Toto. My mom called me Toto, and I toot 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 after her.
And again, we had seen reference earlier in one of the many dad conversations that they had. It was in the awkward one, right?
Yeah, the awkward one.
The awkward one when he was like, "She misses you." She misses Toru.
Followed her around like a little dog, so she called him Toto.
So again, definitely a Wizard of Oz reference. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for the American dub. The Japanese did not make that super clear.
Did not make that obvious.
I didn't know. I thought that maybe it was just a Japanese name.
Yeah, could have been.
That meant something, right? No, it's definitely the Wizard of Oz. They definitely mean like the dog, like Toto.
Following fucking Dorothy around. The Japanese version, it's just like because the sound effect it makes when it's walking. Is that why you're naming it Toto? And you're just like, because that's what my mom called me, so we're gonna go with it.
I was gonna say like that's what I was about to say. Like
he like 6 degrees it.
Technically, he named it for onomatopoeia, right? Isn't that what that is when it's
it sounds like something.
And so he named it for that. Or no, that's the poem. What is it when it's? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's the one where it
all you English lit majors out there, let us know what that term actually is.
I'll just probably cut that. But yeah, it's one of those. He named it for multiple reasons. Is really what it is. Though. Like he heard that, and when he was saying
doing the little sound
reminded him.
Mom
and he
called me Toto, so I'm gonna call you Toto.
The main point. We got a cute little Toto now.
Toto.
Little so turtle.
Cute.
He's so cute.
And I want it.
Turtle.
You're not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Turtle.
Again.
You ever watch that movie all the way through? It's terrible.
It is horrible. This scene though lets us see that little Toto, baby Gamera, whatever you want to. This is like one of those Grogu baby Yoda moments, right? Like he has a real name. He is definitely not baby Gamera. He's not Gamera as a baby.
Yeah, because Gamera's dead.
Okay, so this is
sad as that is.
But if you want to call him that, I'm not gonna be mad at you. I get it. 100%. Okay.
Somebody on the internet will get mad at you for
it. So little Toto, though, we can see has clearly inherited mom/dad, parents,
ancestors,
love of children.
Yeah,
right. Like you already get this
immediately. They're best friends.
Yeah, Toto is also friend of all children. We can see it. It's very clear. It's very cute. Little tiny baby Toto. They fall asleep. Holding hands, right?
Yeah, or like they got the finger and it's like kind of nibbling
mouth on it. Yeah, he's like, so
it's
cute.
So fucking cute.
We see it even after he's asleep. The cut to when he's asleep and Toto is watching him
Right.
The little tiny baby turtle, and you see emotions on this turtle face.
It's just like, I will follow you to the end.
It's so beautiful, dude. I don't know how they pulled these shots off. Some of it's puppets, some of it's real. I don't know which is which, and I don't want anybody to tell me.
No, nobody tell me.
I want to live in the world where I can't tell.
That is a real goddamn turtle.
I don't want to know if some of the scenes I thought were real are a puppet. I want to believe they actually got a turtle to do it. The turtle is just
a brilliant actor.
That's what I want to...
It's got this just a really emotive face. It understands the method.
That's the world I want to live in.
It's a highly trained turtle actor.
But so then when they fall asleep, and then when Toru wakes up, he's excited because he can feel that Toto's still there, and then he opens his eyes and he's like, "Oh shit!
Did you get bigger?" Not by much.
No, this bigger. I mean, don't be wrong.
He was like this
for the size of it in a night.
Enough
it's
for
crazy.
You to be kind of confused. Like, did you?
In a night, it's crazy. In the grand scheme of some of the growth we get in the movie
later, we're like, that wasn't fucking shit, dude.
Absolutely nothing.
You wait.
Because again, like this, the growth we get this time was at least believable in the lifespan of a turtle, right? Like I believe that
you had a sudden growth spurt overnight, sure.
Well, I don't believe that, but I at least believe the turtle would get the size in at least a couple months.
Yeah.
Dude, the next couple of jumps, it's like no, that's like multiple year.
Because it goes
growth.
from being this big to the size of a fucking basset hound.
But this first one was super fun because he barely had time to process what he's seeing with the turtle, right? Yep. He's just like, what the hell? What? And Dad's like banging on the door. Good. I need to clean your room. It's the day. It's the day for
cleaning
room
day.
Cleaning,
Right? I love it. He's got the little rag and the fucking vacuum and he's like, come on, get out of the fucking way.
You know what this is? It's time for
4 o'clock in the morning. Get up.
He freaks out. He flips the sheet over the turtle. He's like, okay, Dad, you do what you do. That's fine. He starts backing away. His dad's like, good, I need to clean the sheets off your bed too.
He fucking tries to dive for it. Like, no.
Dad's like, what?
The hell is wrong with you?
He's flinging the sheet around.
I gotta air these out. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All kinds of worried. Like, what is...
Snatches it from him. He's like, well, he's not in here.
Where is he? And then he looks. He's...
flies
flying
up
right by his dad's shoulder. Oh, it's so cute.
I love it. The POV shot because he's got the shadow on Toru's forehead. He's just like,
the best part about that is it's literally the first time he sees flying turtles. So he has to
not react
to the fact that his brand new pet that he just finger held bonded overnight with not only tripled in size but can fly, and he has to keep that completely like stone-faced as his dad is standing in front of him. So much fun, dude. It's like comedy gold, right?
Yeah.
Like this is some... Oh, I don't know. I love it.
Gets worse. Mai shows up 2 seconds later, opens the door, and they have like the little shoop, shoop, moment. Scream
and then Dad's
at each
like,
other.
no, and then fucking Dad's response, why are you screaming? What's going on? Mai? What are you doing? What's happening right now?
Nothing's going on. He's just like, all right, well, like again, the parents in this fucking... It's a kid's movie because the adults are stupid. He just buys it. He's like, yeah, okay,
Dad,
nothing's
I just
wrong.
need you to go. Leave. I just need to take care of my turtle now, please.
No, he says, I'll clean my room.
I know.
Well, you're clean it. It's like, yeah, it's homework. The dad's just like, sweet, fuck yeah, here, have at it. Clean the damn thing.
It was so fun, dude. Like the
Dad, slick snatch though.
No, I was going to say, as Dad turned around the last time,
and he snatches it out of the air and hides it behind his back.
Beautiful, dude. Again, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Then we have the conversation, like Mai like they're talking about it, like, and Mai is worried. Mai is just like, what is that? He's like,
it's a turtle.
No,
well, I know it's a fucking turtle.
Toru's responses to her, like he's literally just looking at her like, oh, you mean all turtles don't fly?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Like,
just
this
blase,
is just normal.
just like,
this
what?
is just a normal turtle.
Your turtle doesn't fly?
I don't get what you're so upset about.
But she lays it down. She's like, you can't have that here. What are you going to fucking do with it?
Okay, I guess. I get it. You're right. I'll get rid of it. And we get the most cartoon. This is the most cartoon fucking moment ever, right? He goes out to the beach.
You're too much, man. I can't just stay there.
Toto, you have to go.
Don't follow me. The little turtle's following him, and I'm fucking gonna cry.
This was the
You
moment.
pick him up right now.
This is the moment where in my notes I literally said I don't want to know which is real and which isn't, because this is so cute.
I know.
I don't
And
want to
it's
know
just-
which faces are real
Just
and which
trekking
ones
along with
aren't.
this little turtle and its little legs.
I love
just
it.
like, hey man, come back.
This is also the first time where I became very aware of the weirdness of the beach that they're on.
Oh yeah, those like cones.
There's cubes. This is the scene. They're cubes. They're different every time you see them. They're giant concrete.
Those ones
It's
they look like jacks, right?
These
like
are
three-pronged
cubes. Then
things.
later on, they're like cylinders, and they're
some kind of water break
This-
thing.
it's gotta
Japanese
be
listeners.
It's a water break feature for sure.
Yeah, just for real. Like I don't usually mean it when I say comment stuff, but like anybody in Japan, for real,
Or anybody that knows.
or knows, like just in general, what the fuck are those?
because they look
And
dope.
can I climb on them?
They look so cool.
I want to
dude.
climb on them
because they matched like whatever kind of concrete it is.
yeah,
They matched it to the sand color, right? Because it literally looks like
because
the
if you like at a
sand-
glance, you were like, is that natural? No, it's not.
yeah,
Oh,
the
shit.
sand. It literally just looks like the sand grew into these shapes.
How cool would that be if that was how? It
Yeah,
was?
but that's
It's
not
like
what it
just
is.
like actually like the wind in this ocean just kind of carved
Yeah.
them into these cool shapes.
That's not what it is. But it's dope.
Dream.
We need to get off this. We got very sidetracked there. We're talking about monsters.
Yeah, monsters. Cute,
or barely
cute,
monsters
naughty
yet.
monsters, cute turtles chasing after their friend. Please don't leave me.
So then Toru says, "I can't. You're right, Toto.
Turn-
you come with me."
Turns around and looks, and there's a fucking bus coming. It's gonna run it
No,
the
this
fuck
was
over.
great, dude. Because he played hardball.
Yeah.
I thought Toru was like, "I'm not doing it.
I'm not gonna.
I'm
get
not
him.
doing it. I'm not doing it.
I'm not
doing it.
rescuing
I'm not
you."
doing it." Dude, I thought Toru was gone. I thought this was gonna be a thing where like, since we already seen him magically get bigger, I was like, Toto's about to get bigger and save Toru.
Yeah,
I
I'd
did
like
not
bust
think
to like shield in front of the truck.
I was not ready for it just to be that he was faster than the bus. I thought this was 100% like, no,
Yeah,
it's the other way.
this was the next evolution's part. No, he just barely snatches
My
them off the
my
road.
other thought during the whole scene was just like, did Toru need to do that? Like, what level of
Probably-
indestruction does
Yeah, that's
Toto
like-
have? Like, just because he's small doesn't mean he's not nigh indestructible.
What should have happened is the truck or whatever should like hit him and it just flips.
He so beautiful though, because when he picks him up and they get to safety, the bus goes by. He bops him on the nose. Don't do that, silly.
You should fly away
Silly.
next time.
You silly.
Guess I'm stuck with you. Pops him on his head and just walks off. And I want this fucking turtle so much.
Like we said again, it was not a monster movie immediately like we expected, but
No, but
damn, it
dude-
was this so fun and cute.
No, it's great because I mean, we watched a lot of these. How many of the other ones do you give any shit
the
about
people, you don't
about the
even
human
care,
characters?
dude.
You
You
don't
don't care.
fucking care.
I wouldn't even bother to know their names.
Yeah, right. You couldn't tell you.
But this
any
was good.
human character.
This
This
was
one,
fun.
I love it. I love all of
Up
these
to-
kids.
dude, the next part is super fun. We get the double montage going on. We get Toru goes out to his buddies, Ishii and Katsu, and he's like, guys, you won't believe it.
I
got
got
a
a
turtle.
Do you like turtles?
They're both kind of like, I don't care about fucking turtles. Again, I was expecting the
To
bad
be
guy
mean,
kid friend
right?
point, right? No, they were just like, I don't care about turtles. You want a skateboard?
Yep. So we get like the skateboarding montage for a
But
little bit.
while
It's
they're
like, cool,
doing-
man, you got a turtle, but like skate.
While they do the skateboarding montage, we get a matching montage with little Toto back at the restaurant because he leaves the room. He never should have left. He was
told before Taru left. He's like, you got to stay in here because
Don't
I'm
go
not
anywhere
allowed to
else.
have
Yeah.
pets.
Fuck, goddamn it, he should have listened.
As soon as he
But
leaves.
no, he goes and he has a blast. It looks like he has so much fun.
He goes all
you
over
hear the
that
little
fucking
you hear the
kitchen.
little fucking Toto sound effects. Sorry, like little screams and shrieks.
My
and
favorite part is
slides
gets knocked up in the air and then like swoops out
at
of
the
the
same
fucking
time.
walk.
At the same time as Toru in the pool. In the
Yeah,
pool,
in the
and
pool
skateboarding.
doing the
Yes,
fucking
dude,
shit.
Perfect matchup. But yeah, so we just get this little Toto is being kicked around the kitchen downstairs. It's lots
And
of
Dad
fun.
doesn't even
never
notice
notices. Completely oblivious.
He even
to
trips
everything.
on him at one point.
There is one scene that is meant to be a monster movie flashback moment.
The big
The
chef's
knife.
knife that comes
It's
down.
it's
Bakugan.
Guidon or something like that. It's
There's
the,
so many.
It's a knife.
It's the one
but
that has
he
the big
looks like a
knife
big
blade
knife head,
nose.
and it's one of Camera's foes.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like which is why
It
Toto
breathes-
has it's
the
like a
cutest
genetic
little fireball.
it's a genetic visceral reaction to that knife looking at him that
growl.
way.
He gets a little squeaky growl and then a little tiny puff of fire at
And
it.
that's when he leaves. He was like, I'm done.
I'm
now.
done. Fuck this. I've
I
defeated
love
the enemy.
after he's out of the kitchen, they cut back in to fucking Toru's dad picking the knife up, like,
And it's all
what
scorched.
the
And she's like, what
hell?
the fuck?
And then we get to go back to Toru. Montage done there too, and he just looks at fucking Ishii one more time.
So you want to see that turtle?
Do you want to go see that turtle?
Yeah, all right, let's go.
All right, man. Let's see your turtle. And rightfully so, they're blown away.
Dude, they're having a great time. They're like, oh my god, it's so
they
cool.
thought they were gonna hate going. They're like a turtle.
Yeah,
Like, no
'cause-
one wants to see a fucking turtle.
No, this turtle's fucking flying around the fucking
No,
room.
immediately he says no, but watch what
Watch
he can
what
do.
it does.
This guy, fucking Toru, doesn't even begin
He's-
to like think that. Like my notes say, Toru, slow it down.
Right?
Just because Gamera is friend to all children doesn't mean children are all friends to him.
We don't know that yet. Later we
No, we do.
Later
find
we
out.
realize that is in fact true.
It
Right
is
now it's
reciprocal,
like
right?
yeah,
To
like,
be
right now you
mathematic
should be
about
like
it.
maybe easy, but no, he's sitting back like fucking Don Corleone just in the booth, just like, yeah, I'm cool as fuck. That's my flying turtle.
Little Katsu is like, you mean we can be friends with him? Yeah, only if you keep his secret. But yeah, we can obvious friends.
Yeah, it's totally fine. And then fucking Mai shows up being a
Little
buzzkill.
pessimistic shithead.
Immediately, she's like, I thought you were getting rid of it. What's it doing here?
Get rid of it. I don't understand. Please.
The boys are just like, look,
No,
it's so weird they had to convince a chick that something was cute.
they're like, look
Look
at
how
him.
fucking cute
Look
this
at him.
is.
He's my
I
friend.
love it.
And he like lands on his head.
Yeah, just all crawling.
Don't claw
Oh,
me.
it scratched me. Don't do that.
It's not the time for
She's
that.
still just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is our weird. We would have gotten one of our cut to water.
Yeah, this is
scenes.
the guy
Yeah.
floating in the fucking inner
Again,
tube.
you don't see anything. You just know that menacing things are
yeah,
happening
like
in
some
the water.
shit floats up and he screams, starts floating away, and then he gets pulled underneath the water. It's like, okay.
We do though now get to see our scientist. Who this is the closest we ever got to getting back to the giant monster council being shut down because the
Right.
scientist apparently worked for the council. And so the new people just didn't want to listen to
Yeah,
him.
because he brought the report. And
Again, though,
he
like-
rips his fucking head off.
Yeah, well, and again though, like literally, it completely dissolves because the next time we see all of them is the guy in charge being like, "No, okay, maybe
Yeah, go
I did
find
need-
that
yeah,
dude.
I
I
need
need
to hear
him,
what I'm
have
saying."
him meet me wherever.
So, like I said, it's the smallest of subplots that doesn't matter.
It's
We
just to
did
show.
not need
It's just to
this.
show this
The-
fucking dickhead government guy being an asshole.
Right.
Even after he dismisses dude, he like
Well,
snorts and
The
pushes his
scientist
glasses.
was
and,
right, dude. There were new problems they
There
should
really
be
were.
looking at. You fucking
Apparently,
idiots.
the boat that we heard on the news isn't the only one that's fucking missing. It's bullshit. Nobody cares.
Nobody
there
cares.
are no giant monsters anymore.
Until Mai realizes this. I love that that's the transition. We get transition from all these people being like giant monsters aren't real to children in an alleyway saying, "No, but that's a giant monster."
See,
but a baby.
There was a Gamera years ago. It was a giant flying turtle. You have a flying turtle.
It was a giant flying space turtle, and I think that that's a baby giant flying space turtle.
No.
Look how little
small-
he
look at-
is.
He's so tiny, and it's so cute. He's like crawling through like this like stone fixture thing, just having a great fucking time.
Finally,
I could do 3 hours on the turtle.
she finally is like, all right, fine. I guess I can believe you, but you got to tell me if anything else strange happens immediately because I need to know. I'll keep your secret if you make me that promise.
Don't worry, nothing weird is gonna happen.
I want to say right now, she brought a fucking dossier
she
on
did.
Gamera,
She had a
right?
notebook.
Does the dossier not say friend of all children? Does she not
It
know?
should be in there.
Does she not know they're safe?
It really should. Because Gamera was a hero. He didn't go around killing people.
It's in his song. They knew.
Yeah.
They all knew he was the friend of all children. Because the song, of course, is
You know the government, they leave that
because
shit
the song,
out.
of course, is in universe.
Yeah.
It's not for our benefit. The actual kids
they
in
all
Gamera
sing
universe
it.
sing it
It's
to
like
Gamera
they're in
when he-
school. It's their favorite little anthem.
But yeah, so at this point though, everything seems like it's good. They made their promises to each other. Whatever.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
What happens?
He was
Hours later.
He was wrong.
It wasn't even the next morning.
It's like 2 hours later. He just fell asleep and heard a thunk.
And he was like, "What was that?"
Giant turtle.
He's full sea turtle size
Yes.
right now. Like this is adult
like
sea
a big
turtle.
leatherback fucking turtle. He's
adult sea turtle size, but it's
good
still
foot and a half long.
This is my favorite transition though. Like before, we had cute little puppet, still like kind of bugged out eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes on this thing.
They went too hard on this, man.
These are the dopiest rolly eyes.
Just so fucking derpy, and you love it. It's the cutest.
So cute, dude.
I want this puppet. I would just keep it in my fucking room, man. Like there's Toto. Check him out.
He gets all of his friends. They all help him in the middle of the night.
How
he even do they all?
Did they have like?
They
how
got
do
a
you
bat
call them?
signal?
Yeah, something. They have the can with a fucking rope or whatever.
But so he gets everybody to help him. They take him out to a sea shanty. Again, who owns that? How is it okay that they're just using this?
The old fisherman died 3 years ago.
They never told anybody?
Yeah, they never told anybody. His bones are just kind of kicked into the back corner. They just kind of shifted him.
But so they get him out there, and of course, like all the kids are like, "What is going on?" Especially Mai's fucking eyeballing
like,
Toru.
I told you. I fucking told you.
Toru giving the funniest fucking response. No, but he's done now.
He's an adult now. He's all grown up. He's
Like
not gonna get any bigger.
And all of the other
all
kids are
fucking
literally
like-
just standing there eyeballing him like, "Kid, you literally just told us he was already not growing. How do you know? You were wrong once."
Yeah, they just all fucking look at him like, bullshit. He ain't getting any fucking bigger.
It was very.
I like how
funny.
they used skateboards to move him though. That was pretty smart.
It was no, I mean all of it was good. This is though again, we get this like conversation with Mai and Toru, right? Like this is like the heartfelt
Oh
one.
yeah, because they're going
she's like, why do you even care?
Because
Why
he's
does that
not
matter?
a Gamera. Gamera monsters, they fight and they have to die. And Gamera's not gonna, or Toto's not gonna die. I can't fucking deal with that again, man. You remember how my mom just goddamn died? Remember that?
This is my first summer,
and now I have this fucking friend. Don't try and fucking take it away from me.
I was about to cry.
Yeah, dude. And it doesn't help that Mai's just like, look, I might not be able to fucking get you out of bullshit next time.
No,
like,
she doesn't tell him, but she does tell him she loves him, right? Like,
yeah,
she's like, but you matter to me, Toru. You're important. And you're just like,
he's just sitting there like, are you going somewhere?
all the
What
balls
fuck?
of emotion right there. You're just like, I don't even fucking understand what's happening. These kids. Man, the height difference though.
Yeah, she's like a foot taller than him.
Like in the middle,
He's gonna have to, if they ever kiss, he's gonna have to like stand on a box.
in the middle of the touching scene, you're literally just like taken out by
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
holy shit.
We got a shorter chick. Really? Like,
Oh,
dude, she
man.
have to be so much taller than the main character? Or could we Tom Cruise poor Toro, put him on an apple box, make him seem taller than he actually is?
Again, it was very, very crazy. What we got next is it's Mai, right?
Yeah, it's the next day where like she's trying to leave and they're both trying to leave the house, and he just happens to overhear Mai and her mom yelling at each other because Mai's like, I'm gonna go fucking walk around because I might not be able to fucking do it ever again.
They were gonna meet up, right? I think that's what it was. Like,
Yeah,
they were trying to go back to the turtle. Yeah, they were gonna go back to
scene
Gamera.
where he
Yeah.
hands back.
Now is when she starts to care, even though we don't know why. We never see a transit. I guess just because she heard his Toru speech and was like, "Okay, I got it." The turtle means a lot to him. Yeah. So, but on their way out, they both were lying to their parents. Obviously, Toru's dad has to work like a fucking monster slave at the kitchen.
Not like
So he was just like,
after.
"Whatever,
I got
go.
prep work to do.
Do what you do. Stay out of trouble."
Yeah, be back before the lights come on.
Mai though is about to be going for heart surgery in a couple days, and her mom was like, "Where the fuck
are
do
you
think you're
going?
Dude, I mean, she gets
You
crazy
need to
with
be
her.
laying the fuck down.
She gets crazy with her. She's like, "If you go, I'm gonna hate you," and I mean that. And you like, she broke down, being like,
like the subtitles are like, I'll be angry. I'll be so angry. It's like,
But you could tell like she didn't mean it in like I'm coming down. She meant it in a different kind of way. Yeah,
there's something lost in the translation there
because I can hear it in the
American
voice.
version. She's like, "I'll be very upset."
But again, I don't even think that.
Even
covers,
then, I'm like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the way that translates.
There's an emotion there that is very lost in translation.
Wish I universal translator, man. Like you get all the nuances.
But the main takeaway though is that while it's happening, Toru did hear,
Mm-hmm.
and he does now know that on top of losing his mom, being worried that his new pet turtle might turn
into
kill
a
itself,
rampaging monster and blow up.
His
best
also
friend,
maybe
girlfriend might die.
Yeah, his best friend / girlfriend's also gonna be dead. This
Poor
kid
He's
has
having
dealt with so fucking much, dude. It is insane.
Therapy. So much therapy for Toru after this. And maybe Katsuya.
Before she runs off and they all get to have their little bit of fun together, Dad gives her
the good luck charm.
The little pearl.
And that gives Toru an idea. He's like, I should give her a good luck charm too.
And so he
because
runs
this
home.
Is some serious shit.
So he runs home and he grabs the rock.
The big red rock.
Which so far we've seen only a couple of times other than when he flipped it around. It seems to have glowed whenever the turtle has grown.
Yep. Or when somebody really wants something.
I don't know.
Is the rock magic?
It's kind of confusing. I'm not sure.
It seems to kind of grant wishes.
Maybe.
But then doesn't.
So he goes home and he's like, I'm going to give this to her. But he was smart. He did. He stopped and he talked to Toto. He said, Toto, you think
it'll be okay?
You think that's a good present?
Yeah. You think that'll help?
You think she'll like that?
Squeak. Happy turtle.
Squeakity squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah,
squeak.
Just happy turtle noises, you know?
All right, then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Takes it to fucking Mai. He's like, Mai, I want you to have this. Tells her the same thing. I talked to him.
He says it's cool.
Mai, though, well, that's okay. That's so touching. I love that, Toto.
Okay.
But when I'm better, I'm giving it back.
Suddenly you care? It's cool.
It came out of nowhere.
It did. Because
out of nowhere.
Then she does this weird little fucking and then she's like, I'm just worried. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about little Toto and big Toto. And then fucking Toru's just like, well, don't do that. We're the best Totos. It's the worst scene in the entire movie. It was so bad. I love, if I cut anything out of this fucking movie, it's the 30 seconds after he gives her the stone and she's like, well, I'll make sure I bring it back to him. That was so bad.
But now listen, though.
It almost felt like it was a reshoot. Like they threw it in because they were short on time.
The touchingness in her face when he said they're a duo, though.
I guess, but still, from both, because they've been pretty good actors up to this point.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, it was. I mean, you know why it was there.
Something fell apart in this scene, and I didn't like it.
My thing is, though, did it though? Teens are just like, you know what I mean? Like that age is awkward, especially if it comes. I think they maybe pulled off the awkward so good you don't like looking at it because it's so awkward.
It was so cringe I couldn't look at it.
But that's real life though. It would just be that cringe. It would be that awkward.
Just kiss and get it over with. Jesus.
But yeah,
you both clearly like each other. Just do it.
Then we get our cut to the problem in the water is bigger. Again, we don't actually see anything, just water, more floating debris.
Yeah, it was just a helicopter.
Life jacket.
It was just a helicopter. Like, we found some life jackets.
Right? Blood on them.
Cool.
Again, they never once. They don't even let's see like. They should have shown like tail in the water or something,
or the water breaking.
The water scenes are
silhouette.
Water scenes are wasted. In this movie, dude. They did not use them correctly in any kind of way.
They needed to hit that 90-minute mark. So they had to throw him in.
The tail would have helped him do it.
I know, but that would have been more money. It's easier to just like shoot some life jackets.
What if they have the suit? They just had to snap it through the water.
That's fair. They could have. They could have just snapped it in the fucking water.
They didn't even have to put the whole suit in the water.
Maybe
just the tail.
They tried it, but like the tail kept the glue kept coming apart.
The foam was too buoyant.
Yeah,
they couldn't get underneath.
He was just floating on top. I can't sink. Try. I can't.
Oh, again, though, this was a lot. It was a weird transition point, mainly because since we already had Toru and Mai were relatively around Toto. They needed to give us a reason for Toru to not be by him because now he's vanished.
Yep. He's gone.
Right? Toru goes to look for him and he's like, "What?
What the fuck? He's gone."
Where's he at?
And then suddenly the rest of the boys are there like, "We can't find him either." Like, when did he
Why
call?
were you looking?
When did you call them? Did they have cell phones?
It's like they heard him screaming because remember he started
he's
screaming.
like running down there screaming for Toto.
And they were like, "We've not seen him all day. Why were you looking for him?" Well, and where were you looking? None of you guys were at the beach house. That's where he was.
Right?
I don't understand any of it. Too convenient.
And then he's like, I guess
here.
they give up because he goes to sleep and has like that weird dream.
Yeah, well, no, because he's convinced. Toru's convinced he did something wrong.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what happens.
He wouldn't look at me. That's right.
They play the scene like I
fucked up.
He feels like he fucked up. He chased him away. His worst nightmares are coming true.
Everybody just keeps leaving me.
They're all abandoning
everybody
me.
dies or leaves me.
Just like my mom.
I should just throw myself into the ocean.
I'm telling you. Dude.
Easy, Toro. It's okay, buddy.
I feel they never really tell us what happened. I feel though like it was that Toto was feeling the change.
Yeah,
right? Like the adolescence to adulthood. And
maybe
they're right about like what the movie keeps implying, and at some point either has been said or will be said outright. Monsters like this grow to either attack us or protect us.
Yeah,
and that's
one or
it.
the other.
And the
numbers seem to be skewed in the attack favor, but it's whatever.
Right? And so like maybe Toto is like in that in between and knows like I'm going to be shifting into that.
Yep. So he's like,
I need to protect my friend.
And I'm going to blow up their nice little clubhouse if I stay in it.
Well,
so I need to go find somewhere where I'm not going to just destroy it when I suddenly burst into 8 feet fucking tall.
But then all of the friends together decide, well, maybe instead of separating to look over more ground at the same time, we should stay together and all go run back to the Beach Cove house again. Despite the fact that's where he came from. The searching was so weird.
I like fucking Ishimori. He's got the most real fucking shit here. He's like, if somebody took him, we'd probably be in a lot of trouble right now. So I don't think anybody actually took him.
Siren goes off.
Yeah, as soon as he says it, I was like, well, there with that theory.
Fucking dude. Luckily, when the siren's going off, giant monster coming through the city. Again,
not Toto though.
It's not Toto. I also one scene of it walking out of the water. We couldn't have something.
No, where was it? Like with the epic fucking like horns and shit.
The dragon sword coming out of the fucking water. Yeah, dude, come on. No,
every
nothing.
dock worker in fucking San Angeles is just like, oh god damn it, that noise, not again.
But yeah, so we see this giant Zeus, as we know, just stomping through the fucking city, like
out of nowhere,
annihilating buildings left and right. Dad comes running up, trying to be triumphant.
We gotta evacuate. We gotta get the fuck
fucking
out of
kids,
here.
You didn't hear that shit?
Do you not see what's happening?
Kids are like, "You're right, Dad." They start running to him. Fucking poor little Katsu.
He like twists his ankle and falls or something. And then a big block of shit just drops right
around him.
Yeah, literally around him,
like a bubble.
Luckily enough, because him like 30 other people are on the other side of it, and Zed just fucking comes up, just num 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 num.
Dude,
dad was just like, look away.
I
thought he was fucked.
This scene convinced me of two things. Right, one. Fucking Toru's dad's way more of a badass than we realize.
We give him credit for?
Dude, again, for a movie all about the brave actions that people or monsters might take. Dude, that was brave. Dude.
Yeah, he did.
He ran straight. We saw the fucking thing. I mean,
it ate like 30.
Ate another person right in front of him, and he ran still towards this kid. Bravery, right? It also cemented in my head he was supposed to be Gamera's kid, right?
Yeah,
like he's got that.
Yes,
it's
totally.
that level of bravery, right?
Yeah.
Like he
just missed out on it because Gamera killed himself 30 years ago.
But now he's finally right again. Like the movie, he was the kid who never got his chance, and it fucked up his life, and he's fixing it.
Yep.
He's finally
because he's there.
He realizes
to the end.
He's had control.
Yeah,
he felt sorry for himself, and now he doesn't, and he's saving this kid, and he does. Fuck. Yeah, Toru's dad.
Yep.
Gold medal.
Pulling Katsuya out, fucking and shit. But the fucking Zeta sees him. Turns. Slowly he turns.
Everybody's worried, dude.
Step.
Everybody's worried. Dude, you see like Toru's like, not my dad.
No, dude. Okay. Toru's dad like hugs poor Katsuya. Is like,
listen,
oh no.
Listen.
I would have threw him.
No. Bro, stop it.
You should have just chucked the kid to safety. Catch him, right?
Dude, but I'm just saying, Toru is totally in that moment just like, Dad was the only one I didn't think was...
Yeah, Dad.
I thought Dad was safe. Maya was
fucked. Dad was
Toto?
always going to be there. I can't lose Dad, too.
Yeah, it was rough. But in the last moments when you think it's all done for, Foot's about to stomp down on Dad and Katsu. What happens?
Through the fucking
triumphant
wall.
music. Dude, no, I love the way that this was shot because they don't let you see the height difference. Like we see that this is a much bigger Toto.
Yeah,
because the
way
they shoot it, right?
he's huge.
We're like, great, he's big enough to save the day. No, they give you the one shot of it first where you're like, oh, he's big
he's
now.
giant
He's
now.
way bigger than he's not. He's like 80 times size the sea turtle, right?
Yeah,
like,
he's
he is
like
big,
way bigger than he was.
He can stand bipedal now,
but he's the size of a man in a suit.
Well, and he is literally an ankle. He's
so
literally an ankle
small
biter
compared to Zetus.
Because that's what
it's
we
like
see.
The size of Zetus's foot.
His triumphant move to save the day was to come running in and bite his ankle. Literally, we get a moment of Zeus kicking like a
chihuahua. If I could try to kick him off
chihuahua
his
biting
leg.
the mailman. Yeah,
Yes.
he's like kicking him
Get
with
the
him.
fuck off me.
It was both comical and triumphant and sad. And
Like, yeah, that's what I want.
Covered everything. But yes, again, this is that part where we told you we're over halfway through the movie, but now we have
our
fights.
first monster fight. It's awesome.
Well, and it's nonstop from here because Zedu stays on the rampage until he's not.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no, we get some other things happening with Toto, but I mean like Zedus is just constantly on the go from this point on.
We get the first round where Toto barely squeaks by. He hits him with the phallic dick tongue fucking comes out and he rides it up, fireballs Zetus in the mouth, and he falls in the water.
That was such a power move.
Right,
dude.
wasn't it?
Like, well, because for a minute you're like, oh, when the tongue comes out, you're like, oh, fucking Toto's
he's screwed because he
right?
takes
like,
a hit in the neck and he's like bleeding.
But then all of a sudden you're like, you see him, he sees it, and he's like, I love the puppet eyes convey so much like thought and shit.
He's just like, if I time this right,
the puppet,
you can
and
see
he's like
him thinking.
He sees the tongue, and he's like, I got this.
Let's time this just right, and I got you, motherfucker.
And it did work, but when it worked, he fell because again he rode the tongue up to his mouth.
And then fucking falls.
Fireball,
Smack.
extra propulsion
fucking
to the
full
ground.
belly flop, just smack onto
And
the
he's
concrete.
knocked out. He's
laying
bad.
there.
He's in rough shape because
'Cause
Toru's worried. Toru's like,
I mean, big as he is, he's still pretty compared to what he just fought. He's pretty small. He's about the size of a truck.
So Toru's like, Dad, let go of me. We gotta go check on him. That's my friend. I gotta make sure he's okay. Fucking Dad's looking at him at first like, the fuck are you talking about? What do you know about this thing?
Look at that fucking thing. Stay the fuck away from it.
And then you see him start to like piece it all together, and he's like, it's like a new Gamera. You're friends with the new Gamera?
I was almost friends with the Gamera.
You do whatever you need to, right? That's how it
kind of
plays
lets
out.
go. I mean, but by that point, the government's showed up.
They've
fucking
wrapped
full
out
guns and shit.
They're like,
up.
we got this. You back the fuck up.
They throw him on the semi truck.
How do they do that?
Crane,
7 cranes,
something.
It would take more than one.
Truck.
That would be such a.
Did you see when the flatbed was driving away? It had like wheels in the middle of it just to give it more support.
Because he weighs a lot.
And poor Toru's like
he's
chasing
still a
it.
baby.
Yes,
he's still a baby giant right
Toru
now.
chasing the truck. Toru, you're my buddy. Toto, my bad. He loves himself. He's together. Friends with himself. It's okay.
Yeah, it was
my own best friend.
It was very crazy to see all of this fucking going down, dude. While all this happened and is going down, we see Maya's at the hospital.
Yep.
It was such a weird
it
transition.
just kind of cuts into it. She's like chilling in the room. She's holding the rock.
And I get it.
And
life goes
glows
on.
her.
Like, if you live in a world where these things happen, life still has to happen.
Kind of important. She does need heart surgery. It's not like she could put it off.
Yeah, no, but she did. How did she affix this? Did you see that? It's almost like she like Jewel. Does she know her dad's skill set?
Maybe.
Because she like attached her jewel to the red jewel. Because it wasn't like they were just sitting on each other. It was like
a giant
she
key
shook it,
ring.
and it was it's what it looked like, dude.
I wanted a big one, but it disappears later. She changed her mind.
Yeah, I guess.
Immediately after the surgery, she's like, "Nah, it looks tacky. I'm gonna take that off."
But we see, and we now know that there is magic. Again, we still don't know if it's wish granting or if
whatever.
It's just power
in
general. But there is something with the pearl and the red stone associated with Gamera is important.
Yep. So she's gonna be fine.
She's holding on to it for dear life before her surgery. But yeah, again, we all know she's gonna make it.
The implication is as if she didn't have the stone, however.
But this is
she'd
also
been fucked.
This is when I felt like it was wish making, because like she seemed like she was making a
wish, right? Like, I hope I come through okay, and then it glows.
Well, and he would have been wishing for himself
in.
to have a companion.
Yeah, that's true.
But the growth is the only part that doesn't make sense. But his dad did love the original Gamera. But he didn't know about Gamera.
We'll go with it.
We gotta stop.
Love is the key. It's always the answer.
Stop. Yeah, so the main part being, though, that everybody now understands we need to do something, and that Turtle's probably our only hero. The town watches as the military fucking took him away. So who's our hero now, though? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt. Like, the town knew Gamera as their ultimate hero. Toto just showed up and saved the day.
I feel like they should have had more of an issue with the government.
I feel like the town itself should have been like, the whole seaport should have been like,
no, fuck you.
This.
You leave
this
my turtle alone.
This should have been the ending of the Goonies, but with the town folk here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt like they missed a step.
No, the town folk are just like, oh, good, government's here, they'll take care of it. And they seem like they're bad guys, like they're just gonna like lock him up. But it's kind of good.
So again, we close
it's
out.
It's awful, but it's kind of good.
We close out them taking Toto away with the dad finally looking and being like, okay, but I now need you to tell me everything
that's been going on.
I do appreciate them doing we'll cut away. We just know that there was a long-winded recap that we didn't have to hear because we witnessed it.
Yeah, we were there for it.
So I appreciate that. But yeah, then we cut to the scientists, and the scientists, again, the lab seems like they're doing dark evil shit. They talk like they're doing dark evil shit. But then when they actually start
telling you what they're doing, it's like, oh, they're just...
We need to give him more power, because if he doesn't have more power and turn into the next evolution of Gamera, then we have no protection from this. Again,
so it's good.
They're not.
Why are we being so goddamn evil about it, though?
I felt the same. Like I said, everything to do with the scientists and the council... It feels shady, but it's actually not. Well, and I feel like they didn't know what they wanted to do with it, right? Like
that seems right.
But so at this point, though, they are trying to. They've announced that they have harnessed distilled the energy from the pearls into this red liquid in the tank, and they're going to start injecting
into him.
Doesn't do anything. No. Doesn't even wake him up.
Nope. And the fucking government guy is just like, why the fuck isn't it working? I don't know. It's supposed to work.
They don't
even really get time to discuss it, really. And then Zetas just like busts through the fucking wall like, hi, bitches. I found you.
It was so weird. The whole thing with them harnessing the power.
I feel like there was like a whole, like, the government stuff and a lot of other scenes are kind of added later because they didn't hit the 90-minute mark that you need for a movie.
Well, and you forgot to mention, though, that before Zeus busted through the wall, though, Toto woke up. Remember, he sensed it. That nothing they did woke him up. No, and then all of a sudden he woke up on his own, and they're all like, "What's going on?" And
he's like, guys, I need you to untie me.
Little Toto Gamera here is trying to fucking tell them, like, guys, I sense
about
it.
to
There's
happen.
shit happening. Let me go.
Gotta untie me. Kindly take the IV out of my neck.
This proving why Gamera needs a kid.
Yep, because
the kid would have known. The kid would have been like able to translate and
Yep.
say, "Let him go. He needs to be free."
They're psychically connected, man.
But not
they
this.
Can feel.
Not this.
Because the adults don't believe in whimsy anymore. They've been beaten out of them with life.
While all that goes down, like you said, Zeus busts through the. I love it, dude. He breaks a fucking hole in the fucking building and kind of like shoves his eye in, like,
Ha ha! And then fucks
I'm
off.
here.
And then leaves. I'm gonna go bust this building next door up and real quick.
Toto's like, I need to get out. I'm ready. Fuck you guys. Let me out. And breaks out. I guess through the hole. Makes his own hole.
I guess.
They're not real clear, but Toto gets out of the building.
Yeah.
He's on his own again, breaking through. While this is all
I was
happening,
gonna say cut in the middle of this.
while this is all happening, there's a phone call to Toru.
My surgery was okay, but she keeps going on about a stone, and Toto needs his stone.
I get it.
I
This
know what
was
she means.
Cute because it was a double thing, right?
Yeah.
Because their agreement was when she's
Better.
she'll get the stone back. So it was double. Because she also literally fucking meant, I think Toto needs the
this.
power
Yeah.
from this stone. It was not just cutesy. It
So
was
then we
realsy.
We get
We get the
Toru
friends
and the boys.
This was the
they
friend
just go
moment
on
again.
Yeah, they just go on an adventure
Friend
on the
adventure.
fucking thing.
on the train.
on the
It's literally
train.
Rookie of the Year again.
Yes.
They got given the time to be on the train together. So much fun.
We're gonna go
dude.
toward the city that's being destroyed currently.
No, that was funny. The number of people that are fleeing the city as
And they're
these
just-
two
they're
are
just
going
toward
into it.
They even stop at when they get off the fucking
Yes, dude.
and they go
it's
downstairs
20
and they
minutes.
fucking gets like
It
wrecked
is-
by some
no,
guy.
It's 20 minutes of watching them fight the people the wrong direction into the
Or
city.
Toru takes a fucking spear from somebody, just fucking knocks him flat on his ass. And then Dad, fucking like 10 minutes behind him, is like, "Oh goddamn, they all fucking went."
I can't believe
So I guess
this.
he stole a truck. Where'd that truck come from that he's driving?
I don't know. Maybe someone gave it to him.
It's a small town.
They all know.
Small
yeah,
town. Yeah, somebody probably let him borrow it.
Yeah, this was entirely too crazy of a fucking scene though. Like as we get these kids like trying to get to again, they know they need the stone because they know the stone has power now and they need the power to get to Toto, but Mai has the stone, so they need to get to the hospital in the middle
To get
of
to
the
Mai, who's in the middle of the city that's being wrecked, so
This-
she's been evacuated
it's-
somewhere else.
It's so much
And then by the
stuff.
time they fucking get there, the hospital's empty, and they're like, "What the fuck? Where the fuck did she go?"
No, this was so much fun because yeah, we see them. They get so far, dude.
yeah,
like, it's
dude,
crazy.
it's such a great. Like, they're so close to being victorious right here, right?
They get super close to the hospital. Once they get really close to the hospital, we see in the hospital where Mai is like seeing all this shit go down, and she's like, "No, but I have to. I have to get this stone.
Yeah.
I need it to get to them."
Fucking
And
just
the
had open
mom's
heart
like-
surgery. She's
Mom's
trying to like
fuck
crawl.
you, sit the fuck down. You're not
No,
going
but
nowhere.
Toto needs it.
This little kid fucking comes up out of nowhere and is looking and is just like, puts her hand on mine and says like,
for Toto.
I can do this.
Run, little girl, run.
We get this
I
beautiful,
love this relay of the kids, right?
beautiful montage,
This little
like
girl,
artsy music.
yeah, this
playing.
little girl runs until she gets trapped up against a
And she
a
hands
fence, and she hands it off to this one kid.
And I think
he-
somehow she gets out because I swear she's still the one that meets back up with the boys.
yeah, like later, right?
right?
Or
This
they're
is so
very
crazy.
similar kids, but like that kid gets like grabbed by a cop, and the cop's trying to stop him, and he lobs it over to some
all
other
of
kid.
them looking at they all with the
for Toto.
It is so cute.
And then that last little girl, or the first one who rebounded
Whoever,
around,
yeah,
whatever,
I don't really know.
is the best one. It's the most artsy fucking shot. It's like black and white in the background.
look,
but there's one light on her that's lit up. It's
now,
so good.
We gotta stop because before we get to the end of that, we have to talk about the boys because the boys were together until all of a sudden they got close and the dad shows up and dad's like,
Dad
"Look,
slaps the shit
No,
out
I
of
know.
Toru, dude.
what the fuck were you
Where
thinking?"
the fuck did you go?
And he's like, "Look, I still don't care, Dad. I don't care. We're going. I don't care. Look."
Took it like a champ. He's like, "Fuck you, Dad. I
it's-
have adult shit to do."
And at first, Dad's like, "Fuck you, fuck this noise." And then finally, though, he was just like, "God, my kid's really He's grown. He's a man.
He's a
this
fucking
monster
man.
has done some good for my boy, right?
And then just
So
all this is happening,
so Dad's on his side.
Monster fight
Well,
happening.
Dad's
outside.
on his side though. Dad's like, okay, fine then. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna do what you do. You two
Go to the shelter. Hands him the little
find
map.
Mai's parents.
Yeah.
Get to safety.
You two
please.
dipshits don't need to fucking be here.
Them-
Especially you cats. You're
Yeah,
younger
right.
than everybody.
That's when we see the monster fight. He's a little bit bigger now.
Yeah,
Again, they don't
he's
really
still
address
small-
this one.
yeah.
He's still smaller than Zadus, but he's
too
not an
cute.
ankle biter. He's
still too cute though.
no, the bug eyes are still
He's
there.
like he needed to be a little more mean looking. He's still way too cute.
But yeah, so the all of that fight goes on, and it's a brawl. We start to see more of the tongue. I mean, full on like stabbing,
Fucking
like
busting chunks off
the
of
the
him and
green
shit.
blood is
Poor
spurting.
Toto is getting his ass beat. And there's that one shot where fucking like Toru and Toto see each other. He like yells at him, and Toto like picks himself up to fight again, and then just gets shit kicked right in the face and goes back down.
The fights are great.
Yes.
One of my favorite things that we see in one of the fighting montages that's breaking up all this stuff is when we see that Zadus has the finned head thing.
The
Because
Jurassic Park
when we
thing.
first see him, we don't know that.
No, because he's like screams at Toto and his frills come
he
out.
He does it, and then shoots the tongue out. Which again, the angle, the POV of it, you would think it's acid if we hadn't already had seen the tongue, right? The
You're just waiting for
Jurassic
it to
Park
cut over to fucking
the
Don.
Jurassic Park was so strong in there, dude. I absolutely fucking loved it. Once though the brawl gets to its heightened part, which is in the middle of all of this stuff
with the kids and the relay and everything.
Poor Gamera gets fucking knocked into a building.
Frisbeed. He like
because he thought
he like bites. He
tried to hide himself.
Right?
He tried to like pull into the shell and do the bite, and like he thought he was onto something.
Does
Zedus
this
said,
like
"Fuck
judo
you."
flip off a building and just like launches him into the other one. He's just kind of stuck.
And then we see some real crazy shit from Zadus, dude. Like when he starts jumping on the buildings and fucking climbing them all crazy, dude. I loved it.
Because
Wicked
it
looking.
looks so good because it's actually
It's a guy in a suit. That's a guy.
He's actually climbing
like Spider-Maning
up
up
this
these
building,
like
just
weird
smashing
like
handholds.
miniature models.
Ah,
Yes, dude, it was good.
Why don't we do shit like this anymore?
They all finally though. This is when we get to the head, like you said. We can finally bring all of our stories back together.
The artsy shot of the little girl.
The little girl. It ends with her running around a corner. She's got the stone. She's yelling. Fucking who sees it?
Ishii.
Not Toru.
It's Ishii and Katsuya because they got fucking lost.
And they're like, holy fuck.
Full Haru and Lori fucking style. They're sitting there looking at the map like, where do we go, that way or that way? I don't know, man. Everything looks the same.
It was so good because they see her and they're just like, give us that.
Dude,
We've got it.
This little girl looks beat to shit. Like when she was running through the artsy stitch, like she looked okay. By the time she gets to the boys, she is cut.
Well, dude,
hair's fucked up.
Lots
she's
of
dirty.
There's
I'm
just
like,
lots
where?
of destruction
I'm like,
in
where's
the city,
the rest
dude.
of her fucking shit where she got all fucked up?
Well, we don't
This
need to
harrowing journey of this poor 9-year-old girl.
All we needed to know was that she was triumphant, but
Yep.
we didn't need the rest of it.
Exhausted, just barely carrying this rock,
No.
bleeding to death.
Again,
Take it.
It was great though. They get to then take it and look like the real heroes because Toru and Toru's
They
dad
ran
have no
20 feet.
They don't know.
They weren't that fucking
They
far
don't
away.
know what happened. They just get to see these two like come around the corner.
Fucking
holding
Ishii's
it
got
in
the
their
fucking
hand.
thing in the air. Just I've got it.
Toru's
I have
like-
the stone.
Toru's like, fucking give that to me. You two, seriously this time?
get the fuck out of
Go
here.
to safety. Toru's dad still just being on his side, like, you're right, let's go. We're gonna go into the building everybody else has ran out of.
building.
That's collapsing because a giant space turtle has broken half of the
Hold
beams.
on real quick while I move this giant fucking steel beam out
That
of the
was
way.
intense though, wasn't it?
Dude, man, fucking just Dad's a badass.
He's taking that fucking super, right? Like,
Yeah.
that gives you the strength of 10 men, right? The
Fucking
adrenaline
hulks
rush.
this eye beam out of the way, and the kid weasels through the little hole.
He's like, you go, I'll stay. You make sure
You have to go make sure Toto fucking gets his rock so he can get all his power.
He's like, okay, fucking kid runs all the way upstairs, gets to Toto's face, but before he gives him all the power, he gives him the speech.
Yep,
Right?
we
He's
gotta
like,
have a heartfelt speech.
You need to understand something. I'm gonna do this because I know you can save the day, but you need to understand you can save the day. You don't have to sacrifice the day. You can save the day.
Me and all the kids that ran this rock has their love and heart in it, and they don't want to see you die.
And we did it for you to live.
So you can't blow up. And like right at that point, Zedus like
grabs him,
like ripping him
by
out,
the tail,
throws it just all epic right into his mouth, and he's falling. And it's like, oh no, he was too late.
So he gets to be super powered at least until he poops it out, or does it stay inside? I got questions.
It's like Tylenol. It just kind of goes into the
bloodstream. Breaks down inside.
It goes into the bloodstream.
I'm okay
about
with
15 minutes.
I'm okay with that. I can believe that. That's good. I'm good with that.
It's Gamera Tylenol.
Well, it is a mineral, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, it would break down and go into the bloodstream. That's right.
I'm totally good with this. Bo, you figured it out.
But this, it looks like he's gonna just smash into the ground, but he's like,
no.
Finally, we get it.
We finally get giant flying turtle, right? Like.
Full on rocket fucking feet.
The last time we saw flying from him was when he was like,
like
box turtle size, right?
He had the like George Jetson car, fucking. Whoop, 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 whoop,
now he's a
rocket turtle.
Now
and we're gonna spin, baby, spin. Let's go.
This is totally badass. This is what we've been waiting the whole movie for.
Right.
This was it, dude.
He's fucking all over the place. Zedus is just kind of like,
can't even keep up with him. He's trying to throw his tongue and missing him finally, right? Like he's like, oh no.
Smacks him off the fucking building and it just crashes into the ground.
Dude, you can't ask for better. While all of this buildup was going on, once he started flying, that's what Zedus did. Zedus was like, I'm going to climb to the top of the thing. 2 seconds, like, again, like, you expect, like, a really big, like, fight for the end.
Yeah,
no. Zedus climbed to the top like an idiot, fighting somebody that can fly. And the flying guy said...
Takes one straight to the dome and just goes flying
pushes him off, and that's it.
That's it.
Done.
We're gonna have one sneak attack. Right toward the end, he's gonna jump up and grab him in a big hug.
Bear hug.
And fucking Gamera's just kind of like...
You see it.
Bitch, get off me.
Well, everybody's worried for a minute.
Yeah, because he does the look, and then his chest starts
glowing, and everybody's like...
No, don't do it.
Toru,
don't explode.
Don't blow yourself up.
I'm not. I'm gonna fucking final flash this bitch. Whoosh.
Monster breath like no monster breath has ever been done before. Exactly. It's got that like straight if you watch anime or you've played enough video games, you know what I'm about to say. Yeah. That straight line effect where it's just power straight through. Yeah, dude. And you're just like, oh yeah, nothing's surviving that.
Nope.
He definitely took him out this time.
And it was so good.
Gone.
I was so worried for a half second because the beam is obviously CGI.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to do what they did back then a lot was we're just going to CGI disintegrate the fucking bad guy in a puff of smoke, right? Like, it's going to look crap. No, they actually blew up the fucking suit. They packed it full of fucking TNT and blew it to hell. I was so happy about it.
So beautiful. Beautiful.
Gamera or Toto wins and face plants. He's like, I'm tired. Smack. I'm gonna lay here, guys. I hope I won.
Again, we're telling you that it was so much fun and we got our fight. I do want to point out, like we've already said, so much of the cool action happened before he was full powered. This was one of those movies. This was like a Dragon Ball Z episode of a movie,
then finally at the end
where
he hits Super Saiyan.
Where the very last second he hits Super Saiyan and it's done in a second.
But for the whole first half of the season's just getting his ass kicked.
That's totally how the fight went down. Like there wasn't like and it's good because it's to let us know that like if we're in the grand age of monsters maybe coming back, that Gamera can be a hero, right? Like if it really means that Zedus was nothing and he's going to be able to take down other monsters without a problem.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't full power and he took a beating. But when he got to full power,
he's fucking immediately.
Which again, that's the whole premise of an episode of Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
right?
it totally is.
Once you know that his full power is way more than that, then you knew you were never in danger to start with.
Exactly.
Right? So that's exactly how we get this. The government, though, this was the best.
I love this shit.
Show up.
Government guys, it's like, get him, capture Gamera. We have to get him right now.
They all start driving up. First, it's just Toru.
Nope.
And then you see Ishii and Katsu run,
they come
and then
up,
the dad stands there too.
The dad even looks at the government guys like, "You're not gonna be able to get him. The kids won't let you." He's like, "There's only 3 of them." They're like, no. All the kids.
Once they make up their mind,
it's not happening.
Yeah, all the kids didn't show up. This is what I posited to Bo, and I mentioned earlier. It's reciprocal, right? It's not. And I don't know if this is true for Gamera, right? Maybe this is Toto's special power, right?
Like he's like the one, the extra evolution.
Yeah.
Of it.
So Gamera is friend of all children. Toto is he whom he whom all children are friends with.
Yes.
All
children friend are of.
Yes. Because again, they all show up for him. And they
the,
all do the thing for him.
Again, like during the relay, like none of those kids knew who the fuck
Toto
but
they all
was,
did though.
But they all did.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. Toto's power is like the reciprocal power.
Yeah, like kids love me regardless.
Yeah, it's so good.
My favorite ones, you see the kid, he's like 2-3 years old, and he is super widespread, and he's like full split, almost falling over.
That was a kid that was so young he didn't like he bought it. He was like, no, I am saving somebody.
You are not gonna take my fucking giant turtle.
Again, it was so good until the very and me and Bo haven't even talked about this yet because I hated it so much. There's this whole weird plot in the movie of the dad and other people, Mai included,
saying he's Gamera
or that he's gonna be Gamera. That like he's not a thing of his own.
Yeah, he's just gonna turn into, he's just gonna clone, right,
or something. I don't get
automatic genetic reprogrammed to the guy who died,
and. The whole Toru fought it.
Yeah, the whole time.
Movie.
He's like, he is Toto.
He's his own
he's
person.
A totally different person.
He literally just proved he's his own person by not doing what Gamera would have done, right?
Yep.
By doing what Toru talked to him about.
Fantastic.
Proving he's his own person.
So we're done.
We see this beautiful, touching moment.
Yeah,
he's
fly away.
Off,
get out of here.
And Toru looks up at him. He's touched. A little tear starts to roll down, and he goes, Gamera? No. In the movie, my advice to you, when you see him look up and he's flying away, before you hear words come out of Toru's mouth, stop it. You don't need it.
Yeah. All you just hit sayonara. That's all you need because it's in Japanese.
That is Toto.
Exactly. No, the last literal second of the movie kills it.
That is Toto. Toru should not
the whole movie you've been like, no, he's not Gamera, he's Toto.
Better. He's better version.
Yes. But at the last fucking second, you're like, no, he's Gamera. Like it's some mantle to be bestowed upon somebody, like Captain America. Like you're the new Captain America now.
Yeah. No. I don't.
You can't do that.
No, sir. I don't like it.
I don't. Other than that, great fucking movie.
Again, maybe not your typical monster movie. You know, like a giant monster movie. It's not your typical kaiju.
It
was great. I'm just saying.
It's like
it was
a soft reboot of
Gamera,
and it's
into
great.
The movie, again, me and you had certain expectations.
I thought I was going to hate it.
Well, no, I just mean even like starting it. My expectation starting it was I'm going to love it because it started with action.
Oh, yeah.
Movies.
As soon as I started it, yeah.
And then it switched and I was like, can we go back?
Yeah, like what's with this sad fucking little kid?
But then
they give me the little turtle, and I'm like, I'm in. Let's go.
And then it turned into the happiest kids movie I've ever fucking. This adventure was so fun. I love Toru and his buddies, and
I want to live in this little fucking like fishing
seaside
village and shit, right?
Yeah,
I want to live there.
I want to go climb on the cylindrical rocks.
Fucking yeah, dude, let's go.
The cubes and spheres and whatever
seriously,
else.
Somebody
is out
tell
there.
me what those are in the comments right now.
I don't even need the monsters to fight. It'd be cool. I'm not saying I don't want them, but I mean I don't need.
I
them.
can be happy
I'd live
with
there
just
without it. It's just so pretty cool.
Cute turtle.
Yeah.
and my friends during the
I
summer.
find a bunch of little sea tortoise eggs all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, that's
All right.
the movie.
Guys, this was fun. We definitely opened the door. We'll find a way to do again, like we already said. We'll use Basket Case every year that they decide to bring it back out to do the rest of the Basket Case movies. Maybe we'll use this just as our excuse anytime we're ready for a monster
movie. Yeah.
Works for me.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it was a great time, guys. This beer,
No, this beer is really good.
yeah. So again, this is a rice lager, Kaiju Sawstone, our local brewery. We love you guys. Tastes good. It's light, and it's light on the alcohol, which is good.
You can drink a bunch of it.
Well, and we needed that
Especially
after last
week.
We didn't have the nostalgia connection. We don't have the super strong booze. This was a good.
This is a normal episode.
This was, if anything, this was definitely a good shift back, so we don't end up doing last year we did like 3 or 4 in a row, 3 hours or better, because I don't even know. Maybe it was that we did too strong a beer.
The Hulk, we went a little hard on like the comic book stuff.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like this was good. This helped us not end up in into that hard transition slide of that. This was fun. But so. That being said, Bo, what are we doing next week?
Next week, you want me to do the beer or the movie?
You can do both.
I can do both?
You picked these.
All right, we're going to do Third Eye Brewing Company's Third Eye of the Tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. It's the... We're going to do fucking Rocky, baby. Little punching.
So we're going to do Rocky 3, right? Because we always start in the middle?
No, actually, I thought we would kind of do the first one.
We're going to start at the beginning?
We're going to start at the beginning for fucking once.
I'm shocked.
We never do that, do we?
Shocked and amazed right now.
But yeah, hooray, first for us. We're going to start at the beginning of a fucking franchise.
It's not the first for us. Austin Powers, right? We started.
We did. We started with the first one on that too. So, fuck all y'all.
But historically, we have been
very bad about it.
To not do it.
I refer you back to Friday the 13th, Part 2.
No,
did we do that
we
one
did
too?
first one
maybe
first.
we're not as bad as we thought.
No,
we
there's
are.
a bunch that we definitely skipped. There's a bunch. Terminator.
Yeah, we
two.
just skipped that one.
Back to the Future.
We did that one.
We started on 2, then did 1, and then 3. Like, we bounced all over the place on that one, dude. All right, okay. On that note, though, I think we're done. You guys already know it's gonna be a fun time doing Rocky. How can you not have fun?
Gotta love some Stallone, baby.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we
you got
done?
anything for us?
Like, comment, subscribe. Please go to the Patreon. At least look around. Give me $3. I'd like that. That'd make me real fucking happy. Other than that, hold on. I gotta channel my inner Japanese guy. Arigato.
Friend of all children.